have a problem. You know, this happened last stream where it just locks up. So here, let's restart this. You know, there's been a lot of, let's say, a lot of hate on streamers and on the free things that they got. And, you know, honestly, I was okay with it. I mean, I get it for those that are ultra competitive. But what really is bothering me right now is the crashes, the disconnects. I mean, and I get that on PC and on iOS. So let's start over. I was talking about this guy. So he's who I summoned. I gambled. I got him. Cost me about 500 or so. She's the newest I got. I mean, again, it was a gamble. I was like, I had the gems. Do I want to go for it? And I got her. So she's turning out to be a great farmer for me. It's just interesting. So I 5-starred this guy because the game said he's going to be a great farmer. He's okay. I mean, if you don't have anything else, he works. Then as soon as I 5-starred him, I pulled this one. And he's much better. Much, much better. And you can use him everywhere. If you have him, I highly recommend you get him to 6-star and use him as a farmer. Because the reason why 6-star is, again, you can use him anywhere. If you look at his skills, he deals an additional damage when low health. He has a provoke. He has a lower attack. He has a lifesteal that's based off attack speed. And he raises haste, and he can't be reduced to 0 once. So this guy is really good. I don't really use his water skill. I don't have any mono teams at the moment for the leader skill. So I'm hoping he will serve me well. But today we're going to ascend this guy, do some PvP, and we're going to do summons and a little bit of gear farming because I do need it. Let's see, let's collect my missions here. An achievement. Hey, complete 800 scenarios. All right. Take that. Free gems is always a good thing. So we're going to go here. I'm going to go to arena. We got some challengers. Now, one of the things too, and a lot of other people have said it, what's really good is saving your watch ads for Stargoth. The reason why is you get 3 gems for this. So when you watch the ad, it doubles it. You get 6 gems. You can do this, if I believe, 3 to 4 times a day. So you can get 24 gems a day just by watching the ad and refreshing this. So that's what we're going to do. Because I'm not really free to play, you know, I do spend on the game, not an obscene amount, definitely for sure, but I do spend, but any free gems you can get is always, 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 always a plus. But I think, like, doing this, I'll probably save doing this for off stream, and I'll do this one just to show that it is a good source of gems if you keep up on your refresh. So once that's done, we will collect our loot. All right, so let's go. And this is just my standard team. Tank, buffer, DPS, healer. And I always leave Light Basilisk leader skill up because that 30% defense is just awesome. I mean, I could go with the attack speed increase, but no, I prefer the defense. And that's that. So, and here's what I'm talking about. So afterwards, we get the option to watch the video. Now it's doubled. We get 6 gems and 2 energy. This is an excellent way to spend your watch ads. Now, there's something else. So, when you're doing scenarios and boards, you'll also get the option to do it. I highly recommend skipping it there and using it for PvP. The only exception for that is if you can't watch any more ads with challengers to reduce the amount of time you have to wait, and you see that you do a scenario and it pops up where you get either 2 or 3 gems and some energy, then it is a good idea to go ahead and spend it there. So that is also a very wise usage of that. Oh, okay, and I think I figured out why that locks up too. It is the ads interfere. So this is only my second stream. I'm really, really new at it. But now that I know that causes a problem, I will not do it on stream anymore. So let's restart it for the last time, and we will not watch any more ads on stream. That's my bad. I'm sorry about that. But I am learning. I am learning. Second stream. I'm still not even a noob. What's the level under noob? There has to be something that's discovered. I know there's somebody out there that's smarter than I that knows that the level before noob. Is it neophyte? Or is neophyte better than noob? I'm not sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to refresh some PvP, and we're going to try to climb the ranks. I'm 1653 right now, and let's see who we got on our list. What's this guy got? Oh, this is going to be easy to auto. We'll go ahead and do this again. I keep my... Now, sometimes what I'll do is I'll move my Basilisk to the rear, and I'll have my Water Archangel tank it. And the reason why I do that is because he's in at 5. If there is going to be a dark DPS unit here, he will fare much better than the Light Basilisk. So let's do it. It should work out just fine. I'm not really afraid of anything on this team for auto. I'm very, very big on auto because I like to play at sometimes odd times when maybe I shouldn't be playing, and it's really easy to hit auto and go for it. So that's my habit. But once I start getting higher in the ranks, I'll definitely, switch to manual and manage my cooldowns better. You're always going to have a higher win rate when you go in and you do it yourself. You get the job done that way. I really, and a lot of people disagree, but I honestly really like the Nature Naga. I mean, he has such a good kit. I'm talking about overall. Obviously, there's going to be places where you can't bring him because he has an element, and you can't bring him to fire dungeons. You can't bring him to fire bosses. But still, other than that, I think he is a great, solid unit. Actually, all the Nagas are. I have used the Water Naga. But overall, I really like the Nature Naga. And the reason why, if we take a look at his kit, we go to skills, he has a mark. So when he marks things, they're going to take more damage. He also has a lower attack. Now, the difference between him and the water one is on skill 1 here. The water is going to blind. So that's going to save you some deeps. On here, he doesn't have a mark. He just lowers attack. So that's the difference between the two. Do you want a blind or do you want a mark? Now, marks are going to be more helpful for bosses. Blind's going to be more helpful for PvP. And you know what? Actually, let's ascend this. I've finally got enough to ascend my very first Nat 5 I ever got. So I'm really excited. Let's do it. I actually saved it for the stream, even though I know I'm new and I don't have many people. But I still want to do it on stream, just because I was really excited and I wanted to share it. That's basically what it comes down to. Now, as far as leveling stuff, this guy's pretty much a staple for right now in Drake's. So that's why I'm leveling him. I know he's a 2-star, but he is amazing. If you have him, build him. He is super easy to skill up because, at least for me, there would sometimes be 2 to 3 of him in the black market. So he's definitely worth it. Another one you don't want to miss is this guy here. This time mage, he's DPS, and he is going to serve you extremely well if you have him. You want to build him and raise him ASP, you'll find you're going to take him everywhere. You're going to take him to Dragon. You're going to take him to Widow. Widow especially, he is very good. You take a look at his kit. He lowers skill cooldowns. This is awesome. His leader skill lowers skill cooldowns. This is all good, great things. He does have a heal, and it is based on attack, and he is an attack attack champion. Sorry about that. He has ongoing damage. Ongoing damage for bosses is amazing. You want it, you need it, you're going to like it. He also blocks buffs, and he has mortal wounds, meaning he'll block heals. This is a great mon. I actually am going to level him. I'm going to gear him. He's definitely a priority. My other one that I'm working on is the Crow Hag. She is not as good as the light one. I think she is great. I think she is on par with the light one. But I have her for the disorient. Disorient stops the enemy for all intents and purposes of doing anything. It is great. So that's the main reason I have her. The ongoing damage is also great. Ongoing damage, again, is a boss killer. And she raises crit. Crit is just a good thing. In every game, I believe in crit. How can crit ever be wrong? You do more damage, right? All right, with my newly ascended water AA, let's hop back into some PvP here. Let's go to this guy. Let's go here. Oh, I gotta buy more energy. I missed that. Oh, we are locked up. No. See, and this is what I was saying earlier. All the complaints about YouTubers, streamers being given free loot and the general outrage within the community. The bigger issue to me is the lockups, the bugs. I mean, when you're streaming, it's a lot harder to cover it up. I do YouTube. I have edited it. So I know it's really easy in YouTube to make this not look like it doesn't happen. It's impossible to do it when you're streaming. So to me, that's the bigger issue. I think there should be more of an outrage for the many, many bugs that exist in a game. But in truth, it's still a great game. It's still fun. It's something that you can power through. I highly, highly, highly recommend the game. I actually left another game called Air of Light, and I just wasn't impressed with it. It tried too hard, and it just didn't live up. So let's renew that energy. Let's head over to the shop. And we're going to refill, and we're going to buy some PvP energy. There we go. We're now fully locked and loaded and ready. Let's do some PvP. Really excited about this water AA. I mean, now I have 3 ascended. The reason why I don't bring the time age in here is just because he's low. I do want to win. I do want to climb the ranks because, again, that's more gems, right? So I just want to make sure that I give myself the best opportunity to get as high as I can, get those gems, use those gems to farm either levels or gear. I really, really need gear for time mage. I need adept runes. I am working on Widow. My team is okay. I really need to bring that time mage up, though. He is going to make all the difference. Even if I can just get him to max 4-star, that will be great. It's just right now at 3-star, he's not going to be able to do much. I mean, he's not going to be able really to contribute very well to that team. But eventually he will. Eventually he will. And I'll get some adept gear, and then he'll be a force to be reckoned with for me for Widow. I won't bring him into PvP. He's definitely a PvE monster. All right, and we got 1 energy. See, you don't want to do these. This is not worth your watch. You have a limited amount of these where you can double your rewards, and you don't want to waste it for something like this. Now, if it had been like 2 or 3 gems and then maybe 1 or 2 energy, then it's something that you can consider doing. But for one like this, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it at all. All right, so let's do some more arena. All right. What's this team look like? Heavy water. I have a fire-based DPS, so that's gonna hurt. That is going to hurt. And this guy is just awesome. He's another one that you do want to raise. Crystal Priest. I forget his name. Zircon. So he's also really great. He gives you regeneration and immunity. So that is really good. And he heals based on the target's max HP. Not his, but the target. He's really, really good. I see him a lot in PvP. I do want to build him eventually. I'm really interested to see what I can do against this team, especially it's very, very heavy water. He has a good team. We'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna get wrecked, but eh. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. That silence that Water Angel has is just amazing. I really, really like it because he'll jump in, he'll silence the team. I do want an ongoing damage muscle. I did the special event. I have enough pieces to summon the Dark Ranger. She's okay. Really, my time mage is much better if for ongoing damage. Something you want to look at too with ongoing damage is you want to look at what skill it's on. So if you have an ongoing damage monster, it's on skill 3. That skill is not up very often. So it's going to take longer for him to build those stats. They're going to drop off. What you want to do is you want to create a mix. You want to get like maybe one that has ongoing damage on skill 1 and then another that has on skill 2. So that way you can rotate them out and make sure that you're keeping that on the boss that you're attacking. All right. Still not worth it. Again, just, for 2 extra energy for this, when you could get 3 more gems, it's just not a good deal. It's not a good deal. All right. Let's go. Let's refresh the list because I doubt I have any chance. Oh, yeah, no. Oh, man, the water frog. Yeah, no. Oh, man, the the nature frog. The fire frog. I would honestly be so happy if we pull this today because I am going to do summons. I've saved up. I think I have 2 light dark summons. I have 1 legendary summons. So we're going to do that a little later. I want to go through PvP. Let's see. Let's double check. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I've got 1 there, and then I have 1 here. I have 6 rare here. Why did I exit out of that? I have 2 rare here. And then I have 1 legendary. The legendary I'm going to do last. I am going to burn through my PvP energy first, and then I'm going to do summons. Let's see here. And then after we do summons, I'm going to do more PvP and some bosses because I need gear. I've said that so much, but it's just so true. I need gear. I actually farmed. When I first started, I got water AA. I went as far in Elder Drake as I could where he could carry me. And I spent a good 500 energy, maybe even 1,200 energy over a 2-day period farming that. And actually, I got decent gear. It was really interesting. I was just so desperate for gear. So I had a great unit, but really nothing to put on him. Because I didn't want to put the vampire set that we get for free on it. Simply because I know how important having a farmer is. And that was the right choice because when you have a farmer, your farmer basically carries everyone behind him, which is what he is, and levels them. And that's good because even though you get a 5-star, you get a great 4-star, even the 2 stars here, you still have to level them, right? So obviously they're not that strong on their own in the beginning. And do you really want to sit there and do stage 1 normal to level them? And then try to sneak up like that? No, it'll take you forever. So you want to build a strong farmer, you can go to whatever stage and just knock through it. So that's the way you really, really want to do it. Farmers are ultra important. So I want to make sure my farmer was geared and ready to go. Let's hit this guy. Perfect. I like picking on this guy. I don't know why. Zircon, no offense to you, buddy. I just like picking on him. I'm going to have to learn these names. I'm not very good at names. Like my water archangel, I don't know what his name is. I really don't. His name is Water AA. That's his name for right now. And I had a problem with that in other games. Like they would kind of do the same thing. You'd awaken it. They'd get a name. And to me, it was always whatever their base was. So, oh, you're a water kung fu girl. I don't know what your name is. Yeah, this was a heavy water team. I'm barely pulling this one out. Yeah, this was very, very water heavy. And when you have a water heavy team and you're using a fire based DPS, typically you'll get wrecked. My saving grace is I bring a lot of support. So I have 1, 2, 3 supports, 1 DPS. And from what I understand, that's actually the current meta, is you want to load up on supports and then have 1 DPS for PvP. And your supports will just buff your DPS and allow them to just do their thing. So I am using a Fire Blade Master. She is one of the Blade Masters are some of the better DPS. They're very popular in chat. People are always looking for Blade Master reps. I don't have mine set as the rep simply because my Water Archangel's in a better place. But I do accept all friend invites just because that is how I am. I don't mind it at all. It's like, you know, I was a noob once, and I understand when you're like, oh, I really need to pass this. I really need to pass this, especially in games that the leader, your friend's leader provides a really good bonus to you, right? And you know it can help you carry through the game. It's just so important. It really is. So, and I help them out. I mean, because I hope people would do it for me. It doesn't always work out that way, but then again, I'm going to keep doing what I do. If other people don't want to do that, you know, whatever. More power to them. You got to do what you feel is right, and I feel, I'll help out. I'll help out those that need it. This is going really, really good. Really, really good. It just I have to be very specific since I'm looking to get through this as fast as I can. Typically auto is faster than that, especially if you pick the right teams that your group can just burn through without having to sit there and manual a bunch of these. All right, nope, not worth it. I'll go back to arena. Let's see. We'll take this guy out. Now, something else too that's worth mentioning. When you're doing arena, the closer to trophies they are to you, the more points you will get. So me, you know, I'll be honest, straight up, I'm kind of a bottom feeder. I'm not looking to be top of the charts. I'm really just looking to cash in on as many free gems as I can. So typically, you know, that involves hitting people that I know I'm going to walk away with a W from. Because when you play like that and you lose, it's such a big hit because you're not gaining a lot, but when you lose a ton. So it's risky in that sense because every now and then you'll get a team that absolutely surprises you and you're like, oh, wow, I did not see that coming. I didn't see that double stun plus silence, then heal to their ult, and then you're done. You're like, oh, okay, that just happened. So it's really important that I pick out the right ones. Still not worth it. That's terrible, guys. Just don't spend your ad watches on that. Let's see who do we got. Who do we got? We'll hit this guy. Yeah, there's nothing to fear here. There is nothing. Nothing awakened. 2 water units, but one is a support base. The other is a farmer. Now this guy, if you build him right, he can hurt. He's just not going to hurt as much as a Scan Water Berserker. He really isn't. And he doesn't bring any other synergy to the team. So he doesn't bring buffs. He doesn't bring debuffs. He's all about himself, which works for a farmer. I mean, and he does his job. He gets the farming job done. If you can, though, I know I've said it a few times, though, hold on to your Water Scan Berserker. Build him for your farmer. Throw on the free vampire set that you get. Now, speaking about the free vampire set, I've seen it asked in chat, how do you get it? Where does it come from? When you finish normal 7-11, you are given a full vampire set to equip on your farmer, all 4-star gear, all with relevant 2 relevant substats, which is attack and crit damage. The slots that you do get percentage stats on are your shoulders, your wrist, and your hands. And the starter vampire set you get has percentage-based stats. So that's another thing. When you are looking at gear, and you're looking at shoulder, wrist, and hand pieces, you want to make sure that the main stat on those are percentage based. Now, maybe when you're starting out, you'll look and you'll get a 5-star drop, and maybe you're still rocking your 3-star gear, and you'll say, yeah, it's flat, but it's just so much better, especially if the subs are better, because when you have 5-star gear, you're going to have higher possible subs. So you want to make sure that if those subs are better, even though the main stat is flat stat, that you ditch the 3-star or even 4-star that you have there, and you equip that, especially if the stats are relevant to what you're trying to do. And the 3-star, you only have the main stat is just awesome, but the subs are just not so great. So that's going to really be the only situation where you would use a flat stat in those. All right, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Here we go. Ooh, Dark Time Age. Hopefully when I do my summons, I will pull another that's being called laser, so I'll join the club. I'll pull some lasers on my LD and get a 4 or 5-star. I obviously already have one, which is the Basilic, which is really good. I mean, it's this light Basilic is amazing. His kit is great. He tanks amazingly well. I do need to hit more Widow for him. Right now, I have him on a full HP set, so he's got HP everywhere. And I picked up defense main stats and defense subs where I can, and I slowly swap out gear for him. All right, one more battle, and we'll switch over and we'll do some summons. Let's see. What's this guy look like? Ah, what's he do? Okay. Ooh, blocks healing. I really don't like blocks healing with my water AA. I really don't. Oh, I picked the same one. I'm smart. Yeah, this one looks good. We can handle this. Whoa, fire. What's he do? Oh, I need more disorient. Right now, all I have is the Dark Crow Hag. She has disorient, blocks buffs, and removes all. Wow, that is really good. That is really, really good. And now, why this would be trouble for me? Blocks buffs. I take 3 supports, remember? So there's a lot of buffs going out. This guy renders them virtually useless. So let's not hit him. Let's not do that. Okay, I'm sorry, this guy. You're perfect for my team. We thank you for being on my list. Your sacrifice will be remembered. And that's what you just have to do. When you hit the lowest common denominator, you really don't want to lose. I mean, talk about a blow to your morale. You specifically look for someone that's like, hey, I'm going to win this. I'm going to destroy this guy. I'm going to move on to the next one. I'm so good. I'm so great. And then you lose. Oh, here's what I'm saying. Okay, so again, we're back to lockups. Just crash to desktop. This is to me, a much bigger issue than some streamers were given free units. And and I'm not saying I don't understand the community, especially the people that are ultra competitive. I understand. I 100% get why they were upset, but I think there should be the same type of, let's say, passion behind making sure bugs in the game and stability of the game is where it should be. Because already in this stream, it's been it's crashed 3 times. And the reason why I am using the Windows 10 version, it's just a lot easier to stream. I've thought about doing iOS, but there is such a delay in the stream when using Air Server, which is what I have, that I decided, I'll do it this way. Now, I'll get it. iOS does crash less often. And it ate my sword. It ate my sword. How sad is that? So what we're going to do, I know I said we're going to do summons. I know. But I just can't walk away from that one. So we're going to renew my sword, my energy. I said sword, sorry about that. Renew my PvP energy. And we're going to go back and we're going to do that battle. And then we'll do summons. And then there we go. Oh, no. That's Mr. Buff. Stops my buffs. That was this guy. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it. And something else too, the tooltips in the beginning of the matches and fights are actually really good. It's very relevant. So I highly recommend that. You'll get tired of seeing them, but the first few times, take that advice. It's really good advice. This game actually, without having to go to other sites or external programs like, Reddit or things like that. They're still available, and Reddit is awesome. I'm not saying don't go to awesome. But I'm always a fan when a developer packs as much information into the game itself to help their player base as they can. Because there's a lot of people, believe it or not, who just don't want to go to Reddit. They don't want to have to keep up with the Reddit posts. They don't want to have to watch YouTube. They want to play the game, be able to get all the information they need out of the game without having to go somewhere else. So I really like that about this game. It's good. It's a good thing. So let's refresh here. Oh, oof, yeah. That looks rough. But anyway, I'm 1,002 right now. I don't think there's anyone here that's gonna put me over. Oh man, this guy is just such a pain. I really need to get one of those. I do. Let's see if I have any in the shop. I've gotten lucky. No, see, we've got this one, but we really want the water one. Is where it's at. The water one is what we want. Let's see. No, see, this is what happened with Mojo, which is the goblin. Like, I had so many of these in the shop. Like, every time I had a ton. Let's refresh. I have actually, hold on. Refreshes in 4 minutes. That would have been silly. What a waste, right? All right, let's see. Just for fun, let's see if I can pull one of those. Look at that. Oh, okay. That looked a little watery. All right. So I was wrong. I didn't get him. I'm only doing this just to see if we get him. He is definitely... Hey, look at that. Daily quest completed. Congrats, me. Come on. Oh, hey, that's a water version. Yeah, see? That one I called right. The one you want is Mojo, which is the nature version. He is the one who will help you out tremendously in Elder Drake. Oh, yes. The slime. In every game, once I get to a certain point where, I have everything on farm, I'm doing events, and really, you kind of get into a maintenance-y mode where you're not really playing hardcore. You haven't quit at all. You're just as active, but you're not going, you're not spending 700-800 of your energy a day. Every time I get to that point, I always pick one of these terrible 1-stars and fully gear them up, fully awaken them, and whatever else the game has to offer to improve your monsters just for the lulz. Because I find it funny, and I started doing that because I noticed someone else did it in another game that I used to play, and he had it as his rep monster. And I used to always like to see when he pointed out in chat, because he'd always do the same thing. He'd show up in chat, he'd talk, and he'd be like, yeah, this is my rep for XYZ reason. And just the shenanigans that followed after that was, it was hilarious. All right, so enough about that. I promise summons after it, and actually I'm really excited. I'm not a big... I know a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of streamers, they save up a tremendous amount of stones or whatever the summoning item is in that game, and then they do a huge summoning session. I'm not a fan of that, and here's why. There could be something game-changing for you in that, and the weeks or months that you take and you're saving that up, you're missing out on an opportunity to use a great unit. Now, it's definitely a content thing too, so like for me, being new, trying to build my base, I understand that, you know, the more things I do, the more varied things I do, you know, more likely people are going to want to watch my videos. So I just can't see, though, passing up, even knowing that, something really good, you know, for one huge session and not get anything. Or getting something good and maybe you would have got it earlier and it's like, oh, this could have changed the game for me. I could have done XYZ instead of, you know, this. So we're going to start off with shards. Shards seem, at least for me, seem to drop more often than anything else. So we'll start with the rare, then we'll do the LD. Let's see. Here we go. Lasers, come on. Aw, no lasers. I'm trying to think of a 3-star I need. I would like time mages. Time mages would be good so I can skill up my water one. That would be good. Let's see what we get. No lasers. Okay, I did just get the Dark Ranger. Oh, it's a must-have. I don't know why this... Let's see. What's this guy? It's a Spider Demolisher, huh? Okay, blocks buffs. That's why. Because a Spider Demolisher, what she does is she puts a shield in front of her that you have to burn down. This would stop her. That is probably why this is recommended. Ah, and she has immunity. I have a lot of immunity units. And she blinds. In an area, it's an AoE. Okay. This is a decent unit. It's a decent unit. Will I use it? Probably not. I get so many of these. So many of these Valkyries. So many. And the thing is, like, is it just the lowers defense and lowers attack? Because it's like, why? Why must have here? Maybe I'm undervaluing lowers defense and lowers attack, but I have units that already does these two things. That's the thing. Like, and then this is really good, though. This is good. So far, I mean, at least I'm getting must-haves, right? I might not be getting what I want, but, you know, the game says, hey, these are great units you're getting. This is awesome. So this is level up for my light one. I mean, it's okay. I don't care that it says this because my my light basilisk is the exact same way, and I'd rather skill him. Oh, hey, Crowhag level up, or Crowhag skill up for my dark. Last one. Come on, lasers. There we go. One more. One more. Oh, damn. Okay, the Esper. I do have the... And see, well, here's what bites the big one for me. I have an epic Spider Demolisher. I mean, I'm happy I got this. And he's light, so he's element neutral. So, unlike her, where I couldn't take her to a Widow Nature, because she would get wrecked, I could take my light basilisk. That's sad. That's okay. It's okay. Okay, here's where I really want lasers, and I'm really regretting that I got lasers on that last one. You know, that's gamblers for you, right? You know, we're like, oh man, why did I get it here? I'm not gonna get it here. When in actuality, the odds have not changed between the two. It's just we feel like since we got it here, we're not gonna get it here. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna give in. I'm gonna give in to that, even though I just gave that long-winded explanation about how it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do some other summons. Hopefully I don't get, if I get a laser on these two and it's a 4-star and I don't get it on that light shards, it's just gonna suck, because then I just proved that whole thing true. I should have just summoned the light shards. But here we go. This is what I'm gonna do. No lasers. We're getting rid of the bad luck with this. Okay, good. You know, I don't get many of these fairies. I have no idea about them. Zero. I don't know if they're good, they're bad, or they're ugly. Let's see. No laser. Okay. Oh, this is the first one of these I've got. The Candy Munchkins. Alright, so let's go back. Hopefully we've purged. We've purged the... Come on. Let me see lasers. Let me see lasers, baby. Lasers. Oh! Light Derby Girl. I have no idea. It's a must-have, but then she's only rated green in Arena Offense and Useful Lace Game. Why is she a must-have? Let's look. Swings her baseball bat. Each attack lowers the cooldown of Team Spirit. I don't know why I went that as Team Spirit. So what's Team Spirit? Encourages her nearby allies. Okay, so she's a healer. And when she uses this, it lowers the cooldown of this so she can heal more. Okay. And disorients. I do need a disorient. I do need a disorient. And stun. I don't know. I might build her. I might not. I don't know. I think. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Let's go through these. Let's see what's going to happen. Give me something. Oh, am I out? Wait, what? Oh, it's bugged. It says I have 311, but I don't. See, this is what I mean. I was like, I thought I already summoned these. And I was like, well, maybe I was on something else. But see, it's a bug. This one's not as annoying, obviously, because I can just be like, okay, it's not working. That's fine. Okay, we have 2 summons left. 2 summons left. Oh, wait. No. Wait, see, it's all bugged. I could have swore I just used these. Wow, that's just annoying. But anyway, here we go. This one I know I haven't used. This one's going to give lasers just because it needs to give me lasers. That's the only reason. We know this one's going to give me lasers. It's guaranteed. So here we go. Here we go. Double lasers. Oh, this game hates me. Oh, we got a dark dryad. It says it's a must-have. I doubt it's a must-have. Okay. It's a support unit. Heals all, it removes 1 debuff from each ally. The main target receives double the amount. Okay, so she targets someone, heals them, that main target gets doubles, and then there's overflow that heals everyone else, and she removes 1 debuff. Okay. Mortal wounds, awesome. I like mortal wounds. Immobilizes and marks. She is pretty decent. I might build her. I might. It's odd as she looks. It's okay, you know. I mean, it's what I got. It's what I got. All right, so here we go. This one, we already know we're going to get lasers. I want double lasers. Double lasers is a 5-star. So you get your red, and after your red, you get a gold. So that's what we want to see. We want to see double lasers. We know the first one's a guarantee. Second. Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, it's a skill up, right? It's a skill up. It's a skill up. Oh, no. Oh. I'm not mad. I mean, it's a skill up, which is good, right? I'm happy. I'm happy that I got a skill up, but it's not what I was hoping, obviously, right? Boy. Summons, man, I tell you. You bet the farm, you know, and you come up short. I guess it happens. It happens. Look, here's another interesting bug. So this is my, this is actually my spearman, but it shows as my, again, this isn't game breaking. This one, I would never throw a fit about. But it's just something like, see, this is the kind of stuff people really should be, hey, Game Loft, you know, when are these issues going to be resolved? Are you working on them? But right now they have a much bigger fish to fry with the whole, these people got free units, and now they're on the leaderboards, yada, 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 yada. Yeah, I get it. So let's feed the nature one I got here. Where is he? I think it locks, doesn't it? Auto locks for 4 stars. Let's see. Yeah, it auto locked. There's no reason for me to have 2. I mean, there really isn't. So I'm just going to feed him to my main one. Actually, I don't think I have any skills in him. Do I? No, I don't. So this would be his first skill. Is there a preference that I have? I think I would like to go into Bubble Shield to get that 15%. He's not really here for damage. That's why I don't care about any of these. Skill cooldown would be nice. Like if this were reversed, that'd be awesome. But then no one would ever go into, you know, 2 and 3 because I can't imagine anyone brings this guy and thinks he needs to do more damage. I really can't imagine anyone thinks this. Like the worst possible scenario is it all goes into Ink Squirt. That's the absolute worst possible scenario. The only one I want is this one. Skill 2. Now this is not skill 1. This is auto attack. This is skill 1. This is skill 2. This is skill 3. And this is leader skill. So that aside, let's do it. Let's feed him. I know you can hear the... Man, I'm really disappointed. But it happens. It happens. It happens. Let's see. Here we go. Let's feed him. Yes. And it goes to Ink Squirt. Yay. He's going to do 10% more damage on... Oh, life likes me. You know, let's complete the Train 3 Champions mission real quick here. I have a bunch of these little guys. And here's what I don't like. So the Train Champions mission, you know, after that summon session, I'm just like, I'm so bummed. I'm trying not to let it sneak in, but man, like 15 summons. I mean, I got lasers, but it was nothing I wanted, right? But anyway, what I don't like about the training mission is that if you do this, you would think this would count as 3, but it doesn't. It counts as 1. So if you're just looking to do the mission, you actually have to feed them individually, which is just, I don't like it. Most other games that have these type of missions let you get away with doing singles or with doing a multiple and counting each one within that as a credit thingamabobber. All right, so we're done with that. Let's hop back into some PvP. And that summon session now. I mean, I got a skill up. I should be happy. I really should be. But I was hoping for better. I really was. And I don't like anyone in this list. I have a feeling all of them are going to be toxic to me. Too much water. These guys are going to blow through my single fire DPS. Like, it's just not a good idea. That's the thing you really got to look at. I'll use my free refresh here. Okay, this is better. This is better. All right, this is much better. We'll start at the top. We'll start. Oh gosh, we're gonna fall asleep on this fight. There's nothing here. You know that 1 point of 10% extra damage I just got really is gonna make a difference in this, right? I mean, here's the thing. You do a summon and you're like, I'm excited. You get a dupe. You think, okay, it's a skill up. But then RNG comes in and says, I'm gonna skill up a support monster. He has 2 support abilities and 2 DPS abilities. Please let this single skill point go into the support ability I want. And it doesn't. It goes into to a pure DPS ability on a support unit, which I can't imagine there's a guy out there that says, dude, my support needs this DPS. Screw the support ability. He's got to crank out maximum DPS. Like, the guy, maybe he exists. I don't know. I'm making an assumption. Like, maybe he's out there. Maybe there's a dude who said, I build all my supports DPS, and he's awesome at it. I don't know. It's possible. It can happen. It's just highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. All right. So let's see here. Let's go here. We'll fight this guy. So, I mean, that's just how the summon session went. The good news... Oh, you know what? I forgot to skill up my Basilisk. After this fight, we'll skill him up. Because I did get another one. And the Basilisk, they're really good. Now, I have the light one. I've looked at the skills of the other ones. And they're pretty good. I mean, they're pretty good. So, we're going to do that. All right. All right, we're doing good. We're doing good. Now, again, don't use it for this. That was totally not worth it. Well, see, there it is. There's the... Do I even have to say it? Guys, come on. Game law, come on. Get it together. Please. Thank you. That's it. And then also, you know, give me better RNG. Come on. That summoning session was just like, oh, that's okay. It's all right. It happens. You know, there's going to be many a summon session like that. I mean, it happens, right? And there's going to be some where it's like, oh my God, I bought 1 premium pack. I got, you know, 12 of what I actually needed. Plus I got 1 nat 5. This was just the best thing that's ever happened to me in a game. I mean, those are going to happen too. You know, but, It didn't happen for me. Not this one. All right, let's train this guy up. Find that. Oh, I think it was a 4-star, wasn't it? So I've got to unlock it first. Or was it a 3? Maybe it was a 3. You know, that's something that's also confusing for me. I know other games do it, but when certain series or species or shoot, I know it was a 3-star. When certain champions have within the same champion set, so for the basilisk, when they have different rarities, so you have some basilisks that are 3 and some basilisks that are 4. It's just odd to me. Typically you see it more in when they have the light dark versions, because the light darks in typically almost every game is considered a higher class, a higher tier, and a lot of time devs make those 4 or 5-star units depending on the game. All right, let's go here. Yeah, I'm not afraid of anything there. There's 0 that I'm afraid of here. And then I lose. Now tomorrow I'm probably gonna stream again. I'm gonna try to do 3 hours. I'm gonna try to do 3 hours today. But I am going to farm Golden Monkey because I need Light Boon Sister. That is why I have a ton of Boon Sisters in my champion inventory. She's another critical unit. Now, she will likely, in my main team, replace my Nature Naga. I'm going to bring my Nature Naga other places. I don't know where yet after I get her, but I am definitely going to farm her hardcore tomorrow, for sure. For sure. I really want her. She's another essential ingredient. So, and then I'll have 2 of the 3 units I need. I do still need that Crystal Priest, the water one. Hopefully I'll get lucky and get him here soonish. I hope. But I think with the Light Boon Sister and Mojo, I'll be good. I think Light Boon Sister's name is Zinnia, if I'm not mistaken. Always makes me, how I remember it is, it always makes me think of Xena. So, as you can see from my channel, I really like the 80s. So I don't think Xena was 80s, but it's old school, kind of like me. Kind of like me. Alright, let's go. Let's go! Let's get them points. Man, that Water Archangel, I still am so happy that I pulled that. That's just, that's great. That is great. And he's ascended now. It's just like, everything's good. All's good with the world, right? Hopefully tomorrow I get enough. I'm pretty sure, because, I've been reading about grinding for the Light Boon Sister. And I'm going to have to do it a lot. So I'm hoping that I will get enough of the Light Essence to ascend both her and my Light Basilisk. That's going to be great, because then in my actual team, I'm going to take to most boss content. I'm going to have a light Boon Sister, and they're going to be awakened. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Did you notice? I'm going to have him awakened, my Light Boon Sister awakened, and then my Mojo. Not my personal Mojo, mind you. Now, see, this one, worth. Because I believe I'm out of refreshes for Stargoth, which gives me the 3 gems, which would give me 6 total. But this will give me 4. So, in my opinion, some would say no, because they want that little extra energy in there, right? But we also said I was going to do this on stream because we noticed that every time I did it, it broke the stream. I was just saying that would be worth it. I didn't forget. I am very forgetful, but I didn't forget that. All right, let's hit this guy. Actually, what's my rank right now? I'm just curious. 744. Not great, obviously. Not great, but it's better than being in the tens of thousands, right? I think so. And what I think is ultra important to me. Ah, Water Scan Berserker, Mojo, Zircon. See, I'm trying to learn the names. And I do not know. The fire one, now, so there was a heated debate on the fire Light Boon Sister versus the water Light Boon Sister. Now, the thing is, the fire is really good. Really, really good. But the water, I think what was determined, and I didn't come to this determination, but the discussion was the water one based off overall, because I guess the new hotness right now is not looking at an individual unit on, hey, this one is just absolutely terrible in, let's just say, boss, but it is quite possibly the best unit you can have for PvP. So people aren't really doing that in the tier lists that have been released so far. What they're doing is they're looking at that unit and they're saying across all content, what is the best unit for someone to use to invest resources in? And why I think that is an excellent, excellent, excellent way to look at it is because, oh wow, see, it looks like this is going to be one of those situations where I lose and it's going to be embarrassing because I thought this was going to be a W for sure. Why that's good is because when you have a free-to-play player where resources are extremely... I might still lose because of time. You have a minute, and he is out healing me because I lost my DPS. This is going to be a loss. An embarrassing loss at that. But, I mean, it happens. Like I said, you know, this is what happens when you bottom feed. You get that one guy where it's like, I did not expect it to go this way. So let's see. Let's hop to my actual DPS and let's see what we can do. She silenced sucks. Here's hoping. Come on. Come on. Let's not lose. Let's not be embarrassed. I know I had to manual. I know I said I'm not a big manual, but in this situation, I had to manual. Oh, it's over. It's over. My heels went down. It's just not going to happen. It is not. This team was ultra, ultra, ultra support heavy too. And it's just like, given more time, I probably, maybe, perhaps could have won. But, nah, they just ran. It's so over. It's done. This is one of those embarrassing moments. We'll all just pretend like this never happened. You know, it was a bug. I think Game Loft's looking into it. Oh, yeah. There's that beautiful L to MNB 2015. MNB 2015, you have taught me a lesson in humility, and I thank you for that lesson. It was necessary. It was necessary. Not that I thought I was the best ever, but MNBU. Let's refresh this list. Let's see. Let's see. What do we got? Let's take a look at this guy. All right. Hey, I just pulled this. I wonder how it does in PvP. I guess we'll find out. Man, I can't believe I lost. I lost. Oh, Lordy, no, I lost. Jumping Jiminy Christmas. I done lost. What I'm going to do now? That's all right. Oh, come on. Come on, game. Come on. Really? Just really. Crash to desktop. I'm just curious what the other, because I've watched some streamers, you know, they've streamed the game, and they didn't crash. I wonder what their secret sauce is. I really do. It just bites the big one. It does, because you have to restart it, and obviously I lost my energy that I invested in that, and it's sad. It's sad times. You know, I do have other games running in the background, and I wonder if that's it. Let me close it. Let me close it. Maybe that's the secret sauce. Maybe they're smarter than I, and they said, you know, we know how these games work. And if you are doing anything else in the background with any other game related, there's a special algorithm built in. They'll detect it, and you will crash a lot because they want you to be all about them. I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. I don't know why this happens, but we're back. All right, let's go back into some PvP. Take a look at this guy. Ooh, that's a loss. If I attack that, that's an L right there. That team would. So first of all, these three right here. He's just there because this guy was like, I summoned this. I got these. This team is pretty. It's totally bitching. This is a good team. It's not gonna be a good time if I attack them. It's not. Let's see if this updated. Did it finally update? It says I have one more. Oh, my one more summon. That's this. That's right. I forgot. Let's summon her. Let's summon her. I forgot that I farmed for her. There we go. It's gray for useful early game. This is not the greatest unit, but if you need an ongoing damage unit, I mean, she'll get the job done. I'm almost tempted to buy a 3-pack here just to test my luck, see what happens, you know, or maybe do a single. Oh, not here. I'm in the wrong place. A single Blade Master summon, even though I already got a Blade Master, because there is always that chance that I could pull the LD version, and that would just make everything great. But the odds are ridiculously low. The odds are beyond ridiculously low for the LD. But they're also low for the RGB, and I pulled an RGB unit. So there you go. There you go. So here we go. Here. We'll go here. Let's go back. I'm all about PvP right now. I do want to climb the ranks and get better. Here's the one we were attacking before we crashed. I do, and I'm not looking to be top of the charts. Not at all. Not at all. I just want to get in some very good ranks. That's it. That's it. You know, I'll be happy with what I get. I don't do 5v5 really, because that's actually a MOBA. For those that don't know, when you do 5v5, it's like you're playing, you know, Vainglory or anything like that. Wow, is this team's special power? Is that it causes, let's not fight this team anymore. You know, maybe there is a combination of abilities, and this has happened in other games when they're used, that's causing it to crash, because it's that team every single time. So we're not going to fight that team. We're losing too much on it. And actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little farming, because I really have got to get my mojo leveled. I need to get my Blade Master leveled. I also need to look at getting gear. I just need to prioritize, and I've yet prioritized what I need to do. I think levels would be the key. My mojo needs levels, because once my mojo's level, that's going to increase the stability of my boss runs, right? Once my Blade Master's level, that's also going to increase the stability of my boss runs. I think I need to get my core team, and my core team is going to be Water Archangel, Fire Blade Master, Mojo, Light Basilisk, and then Light Boon Hunter when I pull her when I get her tomorrow. Would have been awesome if I had pulled her today from one of my LDs, but it didn't happen. And that's okay. That's okay. That is A-okay. So let's hit adventure. Now, where I'm farming is board 1, legend, and number 3. That is the one that I farm. Now, I do switch sometimes if I need gear. Now, oh, I forgot about Time Age. So Time Age is actually going to be for Widow. My team I listed before is going to be my generic kind of take everywhere team. But I am still building units that I will use in other places. The Water Time Age, I'm going to see how he works in other locations. But he's primarily, I'm building for Widow. That's why he's there. So I'm very close to leveling him. I did pop an EXP and a gold boost. So that is just going to help me level that much faster. Also, gold is really hard to come by in this. Like, it is. Someone posted on Reddit they feel like the when we had the special for gold, was it 2 days ago or yesterday? That those should be the normal rates. Now is a lot of gold. I mean, from a player standpoint, I agree with him because I think he is the wisest person I've ever met. But from a dev standpoint, I mean, they really can't give out that amount of gold, you know, that 2-time boast. Because then, if that's the standard, then what you're saying is the special event for 2 times is going to be 2 times that number, and that's a lot of gold. And I think that would probably be game-breaking gold. I do think it should be higher than what it is, but I don't think the standard should be the 2 times amount. I really don't. And I only have a 5% boost for gold on right now, so. All right, and down it goes. Most people. Oh, look at that. We got a shard. The collection starts again. The collection starts. Again, I'm not a big saver on summons. I say as soon as you get it, you summon it. Because you can get something that is valid and useful to you right then and there. And instantly, your account is better. But from a content creation, I've only done, I say from a content creation, I've only done 2 live streams. I'm going to make a YouTube video. But from that standpoint, I really get having saving up your summons. So you can say, hey, you know, viewers, subscribers, I'm going to do a big summoning session. You know, check it out. I personally watch summoning sessions because I like it. I like the RNG. It's awesome. I mean, that's the inner gambler in me. That is why I will never, ever, ever actually gamble with money. I guess in a way, I do every time I buy a pack in this. I'm gambling with money to an extent. But I mean, I would never go to Vegas and or a casino and be like, oh, you know, I'm going to drop some money on a Black 12 or anything like that. I just wouldn't do it. My personality is too addictive. You know, 2 hours later, I'd be there almost butt naked in my mortgage on a table. So that would be a bad thing. So I'm not a gambler. I know my limits, and that would be really, really bad. Now, this is actually a really decent helmet because I'm still in that stage of the game where I can't do stage 7 in either Widow or Elder Drake. So even though this is only a single stat, move speed is decent. It's not great on, but on your tank, you want to be able to adjust and get where he needs to be. So I mean, it's decent. I'll keep it. I think my tank does have a better helm. And in the end, eventually, my Light Basilisk, I plan on gearing him like the game suggested, full defense, or I'll go 4 times defense, 2 times HP. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. And sometimes, too, what I'll do as well is I will farm stages where I actually could use the gear from. I will only do this for epic or higher. I won't use normal gear. I mean, I know I'm saying I need it. But the thing is, I can farm any stage I want on epic without having to worry about anyone dying. So, and that's going to be at max of 4-star. On legend, it's going to be at max of 5-star. So that's really where there's a good investment of time for me. And while they're not going to be the greatest pieces of gear, you know, they're going to at most have a single stat and be uncommon. It is going to be better than them being naked because I still have units that I plan on using that are completely naked gear-wise. Water Time Mage, I actually farmed the 2-piece precision set for him from Epic. From epic levels. So he has 2 4-star that were actually white pieces. But when you think about it, it's better than no gear at all with no bonus stats. So that's why I did that. And plus I needed to farm. I don't need this. Really for HP gear, white gear really isn't going to help me at all. It really isn't. But the green gear will. 4-star green will help me tremendously, especially if it's that right substat. You got to remember, it's going to go into that substat because it doesn't have anything else to go into at 3. So at least you'll get a boost. And maybe if it's a good roll, you'll get a max roll, and it'll be decent. Not great, but decent to get you started to make sure you're not naked. And that's the key, really, right? Because in the end, everyone started off with scenario gear and then got into Elder Drake, got into Widow, and then started replacing that gear. That's how everyone started off. I mean, it's possible maybe you went like Elder Drake, you know, stage 2, you could do it naked. And so you said, screw scenario gear, it's not as good, and that's what you did. But I tried that. It was okay, but I don't know. I just didn't like it. I prefer doing it in scenarios. You definitely have a better chance of getting good gear, even doing just Elder Drake 2, than saying, okay, I'm going to take the scenario gear. But I don't know. For me, from the way I play, I didn't want to sit there and spam that, right? I really didn't. I'd rather spam a scenario. Plus, you can level at the same time when you do a scenario, so you can multitask. And multitasking is important. It's important when especially when you're free to play and you're looking at the best way for you to spend your gems, your refreshes, Multitasking, getting multiple projects accomplished at once is going to be key. It's really going to be key. And investing your resources wisely. So, like me, I'm kind of all over the place right now when it comes to building units. But I know what my core is. I know the units that I need to level first, right? And so that's important. And I can afford a little bit to be a little on the board because I do spend, right? But for those who don't spend at all, who say, you know, I rely on free energy, I rely on free gems, wisely investing them is just ultra important. And multitasking only enhances that, improves it, and makes sure your resources go a little further, which is important. I really, really need gear. My problem is I'll do something like this where it's like, okay, I know I need to level these units. I know I need to do this. And then I'll be like, oh, but I really want a gear farm. So I think what happens is I get bored. I get like bored just farming the same stage over and over. And it's like, you know, I want gear. I want to see that positive progression. And gear is a really easy way to see that because you go from having 2,000 attack to 2,400 attack, and you're like, oh man, I'm that much awesome now. I'm that much better now. So that's what happens to me sometimes. But this, I'm going to dedicate myself. I know I need to level it. My time age is super close. Oh hey, level 16. Let's go. Hey, new challenger unlocked. Let's go do that. Let's go. This is going to be the other. Now, here is a great place to invest it. So, my last one is finally unlocked. Let's kill him. Can I kill him? We'll find out. I'm not going to watch the ad, even though it would double it, because, as I said, ads have tended to crash the stream, so I'm not going to do it. But normally, for this guy, for Stargoth, you do want to save your ad watches to double the rewards from these. Oh, you know what? They're dark and they are really hurting my light basilisk. But that's okay. It looks like we got it. We're good. We are good. See, 6 and 2. This is a good deal. This is a good deal, but we're not going to do it. We'll go back to challenge. Let's finish up the challenger list. Get that energy. Get the gems. In game. I'm not in game yet. I am still firmly rooted in early game. And you know, I'm trying to think of how I would know I'm even mid game. How did I make the transition to mid game? I would say for me, the transition to mid game is going to occur when I have my fully awakened 5-star team and geared. Because at that point, you know, I'm set. I can do the Elder Drakes I want, the Bulls I want, the Widows I want, and I'm really focused on gearing those 5 stars. Now, I think when I'll hit end game is when I've got that fully awakened 6-star team, and at min across all the characters, 5-star gear. Right? I think at that point I'll be in game. To me personally, I'm sure there might be people that define that a little differently, but for me, that's what it will mean. And I'm a long ways from that. 6 stars seem like a daunting task at this point, but in any game, when you start off, getting the top level with your monsters is always a daunting task. No one just shows up and then just gets it unless they spend. And I don't want to spend like that. I mean, 'cause that's going to take way more than I'm comfortable with spending. And, you know, because I live by a budget. I'm not afraid to say that. I live by a budget, and putting that much resources to be better faster in a game that I'm not ultra competitive in, it just doesn't seem like a good way to spend resources at all. So I don't. I play more than casually because I typically do have this up on my iPad almost constantly, and I'm just hitting repeat, or replay. Excuse me. I am looking forward to the day that they add some type of auto repeat function I've noticed a lot of games have added it in to where they limit it to, you can do 10 at a time, and then you have to get in front of it and hit repeat again. Those are good, but I'm just the fans of the ones that says, hey, you want to spend all your energy farming this stage over and over, more power to you. I'm a big fan of those because I can set it and forget it. And I can, nothing's better than doing that. What I used to do is I would buy a ton of whatever the energy is in that particular game. I mean, a ton of it that night. And then I would set it to just auto repeat that entire night. And then you wake up. Oh, I'd make sure my bags are clean. So you got to clean out your bags. Make sure they're clean. You're good to go for all the loot that you're going to get. And then some that even let you set thresholds for, hey, what do you want to keep? Do you want to keep 4-star gear? Do you want to keep this? So you can set a threshold as to what you're keeping and what you're dumping. So I'd love to do that. Set my threshold. And then just go to sleep. And you wake up in the morning, and there's this beautiful pile of loot that you get to go through. And I always felt like, this is what prospectors must have felt like when they're sifting through the sand and the dirt, looking for gold, looking for those gems, right? That's going to make the long process worth it. And that was just the greatest. I really liked that feeling of going, oh, man, what do I get? What did I get from last night? What did I get? And, because these games are the way they are, you can spend thousands upon thousands of in-game energy farming and maybe walk away with one really good one and, maybe 2 or 3, this will work, right? And that's what happened. And I was still just as excited every morning to get up and take a look at my haul from overnight. So I hope they add it. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Because that'll help me tremendously. My indecision would be, okay, I can farm during the day. I'll farm levels during the day. Or I'll farm gear during the day. And then I'll do the other one at night. So that way I don't feel like I have to bounce back and forth, right? I feel like, well, I could really use gear on this person, or I could really do this, or I could really do that. It's good. Plus, for people who aren't supposed to play at work, they can set it to play and not have to look at their phone ever again. If they're one of those places that lets them have their phone out and charging, they can turn their phone upside down and just do their work, not have to worry about it. And then on lunch they could take a look, see where they are, how things are going, if they need to refresh, bam, hit that forever replay until energy's done. Then when they leave work, they can check it out, see what they got. So, it works, right? And it's people playing the game. That person's going to end up spending more because they need more refreshes. They're going to be more involved. If there's ads, they're probably going to watch more ads. So, it's a win. It's a win. I don't honestly know the counter argument to it as to why games don't have an auto repeat function. I really don't. Do they feel it gives an unfair advantage to people? Like, what's the issue? Why don't you have it? This is 2018. I think every game release should have that in some form or fashion, but that's just me. That is just me. Man, I've been streaming for a bit. I like it. I'm new to it, and obviously I don't have one person. I have that one dude that's been here the whole time. You're awesome. Whoever you are, I have a sneaky suspicion it's one of my family members because I have an amazing, amazing family. I'm an older guy. I have 4 amazing, great kids, all with bright red hair. It's awesome. I love it. And sometimes in the back of my mind, I think of us as the Weasleys, because red hair is kind of a family trademark here. Like all of my kids and my wife have bright red hair. I do not have bright red hair though, but they do. They do. Okay, so time age is now max. This is good. So next phase is we are going to, I think I have some feeder. I forget what these guys are called. We'll see here in a second. Where are you at? Where are you at? See, here's one of them. Star Fuzzle Puffs. That's it. So I have 2-star Fuzzle Puffs. I'm going to train these guys up. Do I have 2-star fodder? No, I'm going to keep this because I am looking for that crystal priest. So I'm going to keep him for a future skill up. Maybe I should eat them. Maybe I should. I don't have a lot of 2 stars right now. What's the black market look like for me? What does the black market look like for me? It did refresh because remember we had 4 minutes left, so I forgot to come back and check. Oh, there's the green one. Okay, see what this is what I mean. Look how many of these I get. Like, I don't know if my account just has. They're like, dude, this guy is gonna get a crap ton of these, you know, max HP. Decent, but I wouldn't pay for it. It's for a starter, it's decent, but like later on, that's gonna be crapped out. I'll be like, man, I remember when I considered that. Is it worth it? Because that's 20K and money is hard to come by. No, I'm gonna say it's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it. How many PvP tokens do I have? I have 590. Anything here that I'm like, oh, I really gotta have this. Oh, 10 more, and I can do a specific summon. There's nothing really from any of those that I would want. Maybe water for... I don't know. I really can't think of anything. But anyway, let's go back to... Let's 4-star our our Manus. Sorry. Manus, I must call you by your name. Promote. Let's EU. Where's the other one? Didn't I just 3-star one of these? Another one. Let's see. All right, I don't see the one I already 3-star. I'm gonna keep her. She's a skill up. I get a lot of these dragons. I'll do these 2 dragons. Just want to make sure. Oh, I do not see them. Okay, whatever. There we go. Bam. 4-star. Looking good. Now who's gonna be my next 5-star? That's the decision I'm making. My basilisk. My basilisk for sure. Do I have... Did I already eat? Yes, I did. Already ate it. So... Here's one 4-star. Here's another 4-star. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I don't know if she's good anywhere. I don't think she is. So I'm likely going to eat her too. So that gives me 3. Who would be my 4th? And then any one of these can be my 4th. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So light basilisk is the next 5-star. So I mean he's 5. He's 5. Yeah, light basilisk. Because I'm using him. I'm not using the reason why I know Time Age is going to be a mainstay in my group, but I'm not using him yet. My light basilisk I'm taking everywhere. He's been everywhere. So it only makes sense he's my next 5. Alright. So let's go. Let's get back to the grind. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So here we go. Everybody's there. Let's do it. So that's good. Finally, Time Mage is 4-star. We are on our way to getting Time Mage to 5-star. We had a summon session earlier. It didn't go the way I wanted. We dropped about 20 summons. We got some feeder, basically, is all we got. I got another Nature Naga. I am a big fan of Nature Naga as a support unit. I like the shields. I like the kit that he brings. So I skilled him up. But, you know, I didn't really get anything great. And then we did some PvP. And right now, we're farming. I'm trying to get my Time Age to a max 4-star. And maybe a little later, we'll do some more summons. I'm still unsure. I definitely need to save my gems for refreshes. So that's kind of why I'm trying to be stingy with the summons. I mean, because here's the thing with summons. Summons can instantly make your account awesome, right? There can be instant satisfaction, and it can be game-changing. I mean, they really can. They can change the game for you. The problem is the odds are against you. You know, the odds are not in your favor when it comes to summons. However, leveling and improving on a core team that you have, while slower than summoning, will provide a guaranteed boost to your team. Because it's going to happen, right? When you level something, it is going to get better. When you gear something, it is going to get better. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It is a guarantee at the expense of time when it comes to leveling, and at the expense of time and gold when it comes to improving gear that you get. So it's a guarantee. Whereas summons, you can drop just like, you know, you saw it. I dropped 20 summons and a legendary, and really my team didn't get that much better. Not only that, the skill up for my support unit went into its 2 pure DPS abilities that I don't care anything about because it's a support, and it went into a pure DPS ability. So even the skill up really didn't matter because you're not going to convince me the 10% more as my support unit does is going to be like, well, your team just got better. Yeah, by like what, 0.1%? I mean, I guess you could argue it is improvement, but it's not as big of an improvement as if you just go ahead and you grind out your levels. You're going to see a much bigger bang for your buck, as people like to say. So that's why we're here. I do plan on hitting Golden Bull today. The reason why is because I am going to need those chromatic essences. I apologize, I'm not sure what they're called. But I am going to need those because tomorrow I plan on farming an obscene amount of light bull because I really want light boon sister or Zenonia or Zeronia or Zeninia, something like that. It's an X and something. That's what I know. So I'm going to be doing a lot of her, and I'm trying to save my gems for that. So that's the goal. I might stream it. It's just farming. So I don't know if people are going to be interested in it, but it's good practice too for me as a new streamer, you know, to get out there. I am going to pretty much Saturdays I will keep the streaming schedule at 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. so that way people will know they can count. I might do shorter streams during the week. I also plan on committing to 2 YouTube videos a week. So I haven't started that yet. I want to make sure that, you know, I got a good handle on it and I have a really good focus for my YouTube videos and a good point to make in them. There are already a lot of great YouTubers out there making amazing content, and it's really hard to differentiate. It's going to be hard to differentiate myself from that because a lot of things I want to say, they've already said. So it's, you know, I don't want to seem repetitive at all. But it looks like, you know, just as I look out there and I watch, you know, the great YouTubers we have that are playing this game, that are enjoying this game, that are having fun with all of us, it's hard to really not say something that they haven't already said, right? You know, how do I distinguish myself within that community with all these great people? And that's really the delay on YouTube, right? It's to not tread over the same tracks. And it's really difficult, you know. I've watched YouTube just like everyone else a lot, you know. I do have one particular streamer or a YouTuber / streamer I am particularly fond of. I've watched him for years, and the sad part is I barely subscribed to his Twitch channel like maybe 4 months ago. I think that's what his sub counter said last, but he's amazing. He's hilarious, and I like it. I'm not half as funny as he is, but he's great. He's great. I really, really, really would like a bigger gold increase because I want to level Blade Master's gear, but I know that's going to tap me out. I mean, it's going to... This 5% really isn't going to make a huge difference in the short term. it's really a long-term investment because over all these farming sessions, I mean, it's gonna get crazy. What I would like to see them do though, and no game does this, and I'm not sure why. I'm sure it's a balance thing though, but I'm not positive. I just my suspicion it's a balance thing. I would like gold bonuses to apply when you sell whatever the gear is in the game. I would like to see that. I don't know if any game currently does it, but it's something personally I would like to see because it's gold, right? It's income, and there's no really you don't see an exclusion when you pop that. You know, it doesn't say hey it only applies to gold earned via drops. It doesn't apply to gear sold. So I mean, it'd be nice to just to see it, to have that option there. Oh, we'll try it though. All right, I said it. Now we have to try it. Now we're gonna try it. After this run, we're gonna test my luck because right now she's rocking 4-star. The vampire set you get for free. I think 2 pieces are 12 or level 12, so they're legendary. And I like to bring the other pieces up. What I did make a mistake. I did make her one of her non-percentage-based pieces 12. I wasn't thinking. I should have worked on the percentage-based pieces first. I don't know why I didn't. I realized that this morning when I was doing the improved gear daily quest. I was like, why did I do this? It made no sense to me. But here we go. We're going to do it. We're going to make her better. Here's that instant improvement I was talking about, right? So let's do gloves. That's what we're going to do. We want her to have more attack, obviously. Hey, first one. All right. All right, that's all right. 1 fail does not. 2 fails, okay. We're going to fail a lot. But I mean, it's going to happen. That's just how this goes. This is a pure, simple money sink. I mean, that's why these things exist in games. Hey, I got an achieve. Well, we'll hit up the achieve after. Oh, wow, that wasn't too draining. Not at all. Okay. Let's go here. All right, we want attack. This is percentage based. This is a great investment. So do we think I am going to pull it out in 59K? I don't think it's going to happen. This is terrible. Okay. 2 more. Can we get 2 more from 38K? Oh my good. I'm getting lucky. Come on. Come on, baby. We could do it. We could do it. I believe in the heart of the cards. Oh, we couldn't do it. I do not buy money from the shop. I don't think that's a good investment. But let's see if I've got garbage we can get rid of. Okay, look. We can get rid of this. That's something else this needs is a sell all. That would be great. I was keeping this. Now, I know it's white, but it goes back to this guy. This guy needs, according to the game, defense. That's what they want you to spend. His skills, they're based off defense, right? And 1 more. Yeah, defense. So that's why they recommend it. I am honestly, though, thinking about going 4-2. So 2 times HP, 4 times defense. That's what I'm thinking. It's not what the game recommends, but it's what I'm thinking. So let's see. What do I got I can sell here? Let's go down to them. Now these I was keeping because I have monsters that need precision gear. So I used it for him. So here. But I don't think I have any more that I'm going to actively be using that needs precision. So I can probably just eat all that. And I'm going to sell it. I'm going to sell it. It's white anyway, right? It's not like it's this huge sacrifice. So we're going to get rid of all of this white gear down here. This was when I was saying, like, see, here's the proof that I do that. I keep that scenario farming kind of vibe going because it's better than being naked, and I can get it while I'm out leveling champions. So we're just gonna get rid of all the white gear. So we have enough for almost enough for 2 more attempts. Almost. Okay, all the white gear's gone from there. Let's check this one. No, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping this one. So I got plenty of that. I can get rid of that. You know, it looks like I actually have enough of these to see. There's the neck. The shoulders. Is the shoulders... I mean, move speed's okay, but I mean, he's a tank. I'm not really gung-ho on move speed for him. I mean, it's okay. I know earlier I said it can work on a tank, and it can, I'm not going back on that. It's just that's not what I want to see. And see, this can be a percentage based stat, so this is actually crappy anyway. Let's see. What about stuff I kept that I shouldn't have? This is what I actually want. Max HP for Bracer for my tank. Alright. What about this? Any flat stats that I kept by accident? See, look. Flat stat. I don't even know why I kept this. Flat. We're good. Okay. And then this can... That's percentage. Even though it's percentage I don't care about. Okay. So I got enough for maybe 3 more. Oh, why did I do that? Let's give this a go. All right, we're working on there. Here we go. We can do it. Upgrade. One more attempt. Come on. All right. We are broke, and we don't have any more gear to sell. So let's grab our achievement. Hey, summon disc. I'm going to save it. I know I just said I could get something good, but I am looking to create content, and summoning is an easy way to create content. So I will not be using it. I will be saving it. Let's go back here. And we're going to go here. And we're going to hit the grind. She is better. She's 1 point away to being even better. So that's the trademark word, you know. Trademark Valance 2018, you know. Can't you be used without permission? Every time someone says that, I get a commission. So I probably will never make a penny. I don't think anyone ever says better. If they do, they owe me 5 cents per time. So maybe in my lifetime I'll get it my 5 cents once. We'll see. We'll see. You know, I just realized I don't have game sound on. And I don't have music in the background either. So let's get some game sounds in here. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it is, let me know. Alright, that's a little better. You know, and something else, I've got to find a guild. The guild I in isn't terrible, but not everyone is active. There's people with extremely low, I believe it's contribution, where it shows you the trophies or whatever it is that guilds get. I haven't really looked into it much. I joined this guild day one because for those that were here day one, getting into a guild was a pain. They were instantly filling up because the game doesn't have any way for officers or guild leaders to prevent people from coming into it. So as soon as guilds were made, they instantly filled. And I kept trying, finally got in one, and then I got immediately kicked, which was just such a bummer. Because what happened is it put you on a 3-hour cooldown when you got kicked. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to make my own guild. It'll instant fill up, and who knows, maybe there'll be people who actually want to stay, who weren't like me, that were just trying to, you know, complete the achievement or the mission. And so I got banned. And everyone got banned that tried to create a guild. You weren't actually banned, but when you went to create it, you were kicked out of the game, and you were presented with the message that said, you've been banned for doing these things. And you didn't do any of those things. It was just a bug. And you could log back into the game with no issues. So I did that, gave up on that, and then finally I saw a guild that had just created. It was like 15 of 30. I clicked join, and I was in. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay here. I don't know how these people are, if they're going to actually play. And it's been okay. I mean, there's a few actives. You know, it's not a totally dead guild. It's just I want some be in a guild where everyone is there, everyone is active, because guild content is going to come, and it's going to be a lot easier to get that content done if you're in a guild where people are actually in it, they're participating. So that's the thing. That's a goal. It's a far off goal. I'm really more concerned about leveling. I do check out chat every now and then. I read chat to see what's out there. Ooh, someone got a greater demon. Lucky son of a gun. Lucky son of a gun. So I mean, every now and then I'll look and I'll see, but I think there's a cooldown when you leave, so I'd have to leave, be guildless for a while, and then start looking. So even checking here, I mean, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to instantly get a spot. So hopefully they actually implement some types of check and balances to give guild leaders and officers more control over who can join guilds. So that way, we'll get rid of that issue. You also get, as a byproduct, more active guilds, right? Because a guild leader is typically going to take the time to say, all right, is this person going to be worth it? They're going to invite them. And typically guilds that lock themselves like that, they actually manage it. So they look to see, okay, this person hasn't been playing. I'm going to kick them, and we're going to replace them. They typically do that. I'm not saying that guilds that are open don't also do that. But in my experience, it's been the ones that take the time to really make sure they're accepting someone who fits within their guild. Those guys are the ones who typically have the more active guilds. Not a rule. There's always exceptions. I mean, to me it's a rule, but there's always exceptions to the rule, right? Always. In everything, there's going to be exceptions to the rule. Come on. Rake in that EXP. I'm on the EXP train to EXP. I don't know where to go with that. I don't know where I was going. The point is, I want XP. I want a lot of XP. Give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. You know what I really got to look into? I definitely need to look into getting some streaming music. Some royalty-free streaming music. I know there's a bunch of sites that do it. I just have to look into it. It's only my second video, and I know it's hard having to listen to me talk for 3 hours. And also, I've always been someone that goes balls deep into something. So, I kind of like, remember the old ball pits when we were kids? And they were like my favorite things. So when I say balls deep, that's what I'm referring to. Because everyone loved them. It was fun. And every kid would always flock to that, at least when I was a kid. I mean, those things were super popular, man. There was always a ton of kids in there. Really liked it. Nowadays, you don't see those ball pits anymore. You just don't. You just don't. Actually, speaking of that, one of I used to watch Big Bang Theory, and not because, I say used to, not because I just got bored of it or something. I thought it was hilarious. I get so distracted with TV shows. But one of my favorite episodes of Big Bang, and in the limited amount that I have seen, was Sheldon. I don't think he drinks. He does something that makes him a little wonky. Maybe he's taking sleeping meds because he's not sleeping. But he ends up going to a pizza parlor where they actually have one of those ball pits, and Leonard has to go get him late at night. And he ducks under the balls. He's like, bazinga. And he'll pop back down and pop up somewhere else, bazinga. That part, I honestly thought that I was going to need a defibrillator to bring me back. Because I was laughing so hard. That was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen. The show is hilarious. I mean, and again, I didn't stop watching it because I just found it uninteresting. It's just, I got distracted with other shows. I mean, I did. And, there's only so many hours in a day. There really is. You can't, it's impossible to watch all the shows now that are coming out. And especially because we're getting some good ones. I got things like Homeland is amazing. I really like Homeland. Of course, Game of Thrones. I am behind on Westworld. Here's the thing. I really liked Westworld. I was there right at the start of season 1. And I watched every episode live. I didn't DVR it. But I actually have not seen a single episode of season 2. What the actual hell is wrong with me? I'm gonna watch it. As soon as I'm done with this stream in another hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna catch up on Westworld because that show is awesome. And you know what? In general, all HBO shows have been awesome. I'm older. I actually had cable when it first came out, and there was a little box you actually had to put on your TV and had a switch. It said A or B. A was your regular over-the-air television, and then B was your cable channels. And I remember sneaking out late at night to watch an old HBO original called Dream On. And it was awesome. It was about a guy named Martin Tupper, and I'm not looking at this, by the way, in Google. I actually remember this from easily 20 plus years ago. But the name of the main guy was Martin Tupper, and his thing was he thought in old movies. So you saw his thoughts as old movies, and it was, oh man, hilarious. And it was an HBO original. It was really good. It's called Dream On. And then also, right after that was another good HBO original called The Larry Sanders Show. And it had Gary Shandling and Rip Torn. I cannot believe I remember that guy's name, Rip Torn. Rip Torn, you guys might know from, I think it was Men in Black. Yeah, Men in Black. Men in Black. He was their boss. But he was in that series with Gary Shandling, and it was called The Larry Sanders Show. And both those shows, both Dream On and The Larry Sanders Show, were hilarious. Dream On was definitely raunchy because it was about this single guy banging all these chicks, basically. You know, he was awkward too. On top of that, and so I remember one of the episodes. I'm gonna say this, and people are probably gonna hate me. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I like it, but I'm not a Trekkie, right? However, there was an episode where from The Next Generation, the Doctor, who I don't remember her name, but she had a brief thing with Picard, and her son Wesley, who I don't know why Trekkies hated him, but I thought he was cool. You know, I only watched the show for him. But anyway, she was on it. The Doctor was on Dream On, and there's this scene where they're going at it, and her husband had just died, and she would spray the cologne that her husband had mid-coitus. Because I said Big Bang Theory, I said coitus. And it was hilarious. I mean, it was absolutely hilarious. So I will never forget that episode because while I'm not a huge Trekkie or Trekkie at all, I did know who she was, and so I thought it was kind of funny. And I never saw the Doctor the same as I didn't watch a lot of The Next Generation. I maybe seen like 5 or 6 episodes, and then I watched the series finale. But that just stuck with me. That stuck with me, man. And again, you know, my channel is really a lot about that. It's about the older stuff, you know. I am in the more current stuff, like I said, Game of Thrones, Homeland, Westworld. These are all amazing shows. And Netflix, man, Netflix is just hitting it out of the park with originals. Like, I mean, they are killing it. Santa Clarita Diet. As you can see, I love comedies. Comedies are my jam. And Santa Clarita Diet with good old Drew Barrymore, who honestly, I have probably had a small crush on for forever. The woman is gorgeous. I love the facial expressions that she has. I mean, she is the total package when it comes to actresses. I really, really like her. But that show is just hilarious. I mean, I like it so much. It is such a great comedy, and it's my type of comedy. It's over-the-top comedy. And because I like the 80s, and we're talking about over-the-top comedies, one of my favorites is Three Amigos. You cannot go wrong for over-the-top comedy with Three Amigos. As a matter of fact, in my chat rules, number 5 is actually from the Three Amigos. I mean, this scene is just hilarious when they summon the Invisible Swordsman. It's funny. It's funny. Another good 80s one, first for totally ridiculous, over-the-top comedy, is Airplane. The first one, oh man. just comedy gold. I mean, but that, you know, that's my I do like stupid things. I like over the top, stupid comedies. That's why in TV shows I tend to gravitate and really cheer for the really dumb character that's funny, because that's just what I like. So I do have kids, as I said, and at my age, I am still addicted to cartoons they no longer watch. One of them is SpongeBob. And I think Patrick is just genius. The guy is just such a moron and so funny. Like, I'm sure my kids would be ultra embarrassed if all their friends knew their dad still watches cartoons that he started watching when they were kids. But I do. I have no problem admitting that. And SpongeBob, I still watch. And Patrick is he's just so dumb. It's hilarious. I really like it. Another one, it doesn't come on anymore, unfortunately, but was Fairly Odd Parents and Cosmo. Cosmo was just, man, that was, oh. I mean, it's not just TV show or cartoons that I watched that from my kids. My kids were also into one show called Ned's Declassified Survival Guide. And that is hilarious. I didn't like it, I'll be honest. I'd come home, you know, my kids would be watching this, and I was like, oh, man. Because I was never a dad where I was like, you know what? It's my house. It's my TV. I'm watching what I want to watch, right? So I would sit down, and I would watch what they want to watch. And my kids will tell you, like, I honestly did not kick them off the TV unless it was gaming related. And I would always, if it was an episode they'd seen a million times, right? I'd be like, all right, you know, they've seen this episode a few times. I'm going to kick them off because I want a game. But I never really kicked them off so I could watch when I want to watch. And I guess that's how I ended up addicted to all these cartoons and TV shows. But Ned's Declassified was over the top funny. It was just about a kid who's in middle school, and he wrote a guide on the best way to survive middle school. And it was hilarious. It was really good. Another one that they didn't watch, but I watched, was called The Adventures of Pete and Pete. That was really good. Again, over-the-top comedy. And it was about two brothers who went to school and just their adventure. And the younger brother had a tattoo called Petunia that he could make dance, and an imaginary friend named Artie, the strongest man in the world. It's a good show. It's good times. It's good times. Oh, we're out of energy. But that is why I have gems and why I've been saving gems. In about 8 minutes here, I'm going to take a quick break. I need some water. I've been talking for quite a while. My mouth is dry. I know I only have one guy in here, and whoever you are, you're awesome for staying here the whole time, giving me someone to talk to. You know, hopefully when people look at this and they see my channel and maybe they make it through all 3 hours of this stream, they'll be like, man, that guy really was there for his one fan and one follower. So to you, my one fan, one follower, thank you for being here this whole time. You are a prince or princess or not specified person of royalty among other people. So hopefully I covered my bases with that. Unfortunately, if you identify as an Apache attack helicopter, I'm not sure how the hierarchy goes with those, but I hope you are the mechanical death-dealing flying machine that's super advanced and sits among all other Apache attack helicopters. So there we go. Now I've covered all my bases. All right. Actually, I was in the right place. I don't know why I went here. I had a temporary brain fart refill. One thing I want them to add is the ability to refill your energy above the maximum. So I would really like just to go in here, click this, keep refilling it, and just, you know, just keep going. Just keep going until I'm like, all right, you know, I spent 800 gems. That's how much. That's all I'm going to refresh for today. So that'd be great without having to come back in. Because what I do is this. I'll refill it the once. I'll come into adventure mode. I'll run one adventure. So that way it lowers me below the maximum, right? Then I'll go back into the shop and I'll buy it. So, I mean, it saves me a little bit of time. But, I mean, it's just something like, you know, it's a new game. I think it's like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks old. So I'm sure there's a ton of improvements they have planned. And not just improvements, but, you know, a ton of features, new characters. You know, we can all see that the guild and co-op is grayed out. So we know that's coming at some point in this game's life. We know it's coming. Hopefully it's not like the chat feature in another game. There's a game I played for many years. It had okay rates, but they also did rate ups. But anyway, on their interface, since day one, there was an option that said chat. And it said coming soon for years. Not for, as in the number 4 years, but F-O-R. Yeah. I mean, years and years that was there. And then finally they released it and it was garbage. It was. It was like, you actually needed an external app for it. It wasn't like all within the game's interface. It was such a letdown. Everyone was disappointed.
The desert's edge leads to no oasis.
No one enjoyed it at all. Oh wait, you know, I say that, and that's a general. I don't know everyone who played that game. There might have been a guy who said wow, or girl, or person, who said, this was just amazing. It's the best thing they've ever released. I don't know what took them so long to release it, but, I mean, that person was definitely the minority and not the majority. For sure. Alright, so there we go. So now I'm at 88. And we can hop back in there and get back to getting our Time Mage leveled up, our Mojo, or excuse me, Time Mage Manas leveled up, and Mojo leveled up. I gotta learn these names. I mean, you know, that's the sign of someone who really is paying attention and likes their game when they know the evolutionary name of the monsters they're using. I've got time. Game's only been out for 3 weeks, or 3 weeks, whatever the case may be. So I have time to learn them. But I'm going to get in the habit now of calling them their awakened name. Instead of, you know, the generic. Man, I have real respect for YouTubers who do this for 3 hours. It's pretty difficult. It is pretty difficult. But I'm sure they have a much more developed game plan, and they know how long certain things are going to take. And you know what I'm realizing? When they do giveaways and events, like, you know, when they run a lot of channels have their own currency, right? You know? And so when they do a giveaway, you know, they'll go farm and they'll talk to their, you know, their viewers. And that's a great time staller. It really is. To say there, hey, you know, I'm going to set a contest for, you know, 10 minutes. Well, we're going to farm this. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about live. We're going to talk about my day. And then we're going to implement the contest. That's something definitely I want to do. Like, but with one constant viewer, it's probably not the time. Plus, I want to work on my YouTube channel, and I want to get my name out there. Not as the greatest end-all, be-all there ever was, but honestly, I just have fun. That's what I'm really all about. I really like the 80s, and I just want to have fun. And that's what I plan on doing, is just having fun. Hopefully, the community says they want to have fun right along with me. But I think no matter how this goes, I'm just going to keep doing it. I mean, it doesn't take really much out of me. It's a great way to spend my time in a good hobby. And if something comes out of it, something comes out of it. If something doesn't, it doesn't. In the end, did I have fun? Yes. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I wonder if this is what ham radio people felt like. So ham radio is like, it was slightly popular when I was a kid. Basically, you make a homemade radio and you try to talk to other people. And distance mattered. So the further you out you could go with your ham radio, like if you're in California and you, by the stars aligning and maybe a drop of water reflecting your radio signal just the right, you could communicate with someone in, say, Texas, then you are like, oh my goodness, I went from California to Texas. And sometimes people actually had a map on all the connections they made and how far out they went. So I wonder if that's kind of, am I a ham radio operator right now, you know? Just sending my signal out there and hoping that someone answers it. We'll see. I mean, time will tell. Time will tell. I am definitely going to add more things. You know, I'm going to look into getting stream elements. I'm going to look into doing contests. I'm going to look into my own currency that is going to be 80s themed. I have no idea what it's going to be. I don't. I really don't. I would. I don't know. Trading cards were really big back then, but trading cards so generic, right? So generic. But they were, and I remember my stepdad got really upset with me, and this was a turn of events because my mom was normally the very kind of, she didn't like I was into certain things, like she didn't like it. My dad was more like, oh, he's a kid, he likes it, he'll grow out of it, etc. Well, I was like hardcore in to Garbage Pail Kids. And for those that don't know, Garbage Pail Kids were a type of trading card where they had like the kids, but they were like, there was something wrong with them. They were dirty. Like Large Marge was a very fat. Well, can we say that? Are people going to get offended? Well, a very large and wide girl who had stuff dripping off her face, and I think she had like a cake in her hand. It was they were disgusting because they were garbage. There's even a very crappy movie for the Garbage Pail Kids. But my stepdad did not like that I had Garbage Pail Kids. He felt that they were an offense and they were disgusting, and he didn't see the point. And my mom was the one I would think back at the time that would have an issue, who encouraged me and who bought me cards. It was just such a turn of events for me. I mean, I really didn't know how to feel about that because that was definitely outside the norm. It was definitely outside the norm, for sure. So, it was weird. All right, I am going to take a quick break here. I will be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. All right, I am back. Thank you for your patience. You know, when nature calls, you gotta answer it. Plus, I needed water. I've been here for 2 hours. My mouth was dry. So I had to take care of that. But I appreciate your patience and for hanging around, you know. As I've said, I'm a new streamer. We're playing Dungeon Hunter Champions. Really like the game. Right now, I'm working on farming. We did do summons earlier. We went through about 20 summons. Nothing really of note. We got a skill up, and I know I've mentioned this a lot, but our skill up went into our support unit, and unfortunately, it went into his DPS skill. Like, there's no support value in that at all. It went into a DPS skill. So, it happens, right? But that's pretty much what we're doing. I'm going to be streaming here for another roughly 40, 50 minutes. Then we're going to get off. We did a 3-hour stream today. You know, it's only my second. I feel good. It was a good time. It was a good time. I like the game. I enjoy streaming it. I am going to be farming, and hopefully when you see me next week, Saturday, I will be a lot better and we'll have made some progression. I am going to keep to the schedule of streaming Saturdays, 9:30 to 12:30. There might be sometimes I do a shorter stream. Instead of 3 hours, I do 2 hours. And I do plan on during the week making YouTube videos. The thing is, I'm really torn as to what content I'm going to cover in YouTube because there are already a lot of great influencers out there. A lot of great YouTubers and streamers who have awesome information on this. So I just need to find where I fit in that. And I'm going to try. I'm sure it's going to happen. There's going to be where I cover something that, you know, they've already covered and no one's going to want to watch what they've already done. But I'm going to try to prevent that from happening. I know I'm going to talk about gear. I'm going to talk about stats. That's probably going to be my first YouTube video. Right now, I don't have the greatest gear. I am trying to level. I want to get a stable, solid 5-star team. And then once I have that, I'm going to move on to farming gear, to awakening. I do have about 4 awakened units. I've got my time mage here, Manus. I've got this grub shaman. You have to have nature shaman. Just get him. He's 2-star. You can find him, at least I can find him, in the black market shop frequently. I mean, the guy is always there. He's an ever-present presence for me. You want to get him. His name's Mojo. Fully skill him up. So these two are awakened. I just on stream today, I awakened my water AA. I finally got enough to awaken him. Now, his name, I don't know. But we're going to find out right now because I'm going to make an effort in this game to learn the names and not just go by the generic, oh, water AA or nature grublin shaman. We're going to learn a name. We're going to learn it. I'm committing myself to that. Let's go here, main menu. We're going to get the water AA's name, and then we're going to get back to farming. Let's see. His name is Zavaron. But yeah, this was my first Nat 5. I got him, took about, 500 or so gems out of the exclusive. Because I was like, you know what? It's a new game. I told myself, I took all the gems they had given me for free, the pre-registration, all that stuff, and said, if I pull a Nat 5 from this exclusive summons, I am playing this game. And I got him within 500. And I said, okay, this was my second. I got this one in about 800-900 gems. I already had committed to playing. I did spend some money, so I was locked in. And I said, you know what? Let's go for the next exclusive summons. I've heard great things about her, and so I wanted her, got her. I would have loved a LD version of either one of these two, but it was not in the cards. I might actually even do a single Blade Master exclusive summons just to see if I can make some magic happen, right? If I can pull another one of those, that would be amazing. So, but going back to what I was saying, so my thought is I'm going to get that solid 5-star team. So, and what I mean by that, that solid 5-star team is going to be my water Zavaron, which is my water AA, Mojo, which is the Grublin Nature Shaman, Manus, which is the Time Mage. Now, Manus, he's really primarily going to help me out in Widow. He is a DPS, but I plan on using her for my main DPS almost everywhere. So he's still going to be there, though. So he's going to be interchangeable. I do still need another 2-star unit that's kind of a staple, which is the Water Crystal Priest. I have yet to see him. I have yet to get him out of pools. He's not rare. I'm just running into a patch of bad luck when it comes to him. And then for my tank, I'm going to rock this guy here, the Light Basilisk. This guy is amazing. He brings a ton of utility. He's element neutral, and he's just a beast. I mean, if you're fortunate enough to get him, he's worth using and skilling up. He's actually our next 5-star. I do have one 4-star unit ready to go, which is the Star Fizzlepuff. So I just got to put, you know, some 3 stars into him. Then this is my next, and that'll give me 2. I just need 2 more max 3 stars to get him there. I thought about sacrificing some 4 stars. I'm definitely gonna eat her. I'm pretty sure I am, the Astromancer. I don't know her name. We're not gonna look it up, so I'm not gonna use her. Who knows though? Maybe there'll be a balancing patch that comes out, and you know, Water Astromancer becomes amazing. Now I'll be like, why didn't I have her learn her name? So back to farming. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna get those units. We're gonna get them solid. They're gonna be 5 stars. We're gonna rock it, and then I'm going to go in and we're going to start farming Elder Drake and Widow so we can gear them properly. Right now, no one is on the game suggested sets. And so far, I've been following that, and it's been pretty good. I mean, it hasn't let me down. I'm sure as time goes on, people are going to discover better sets than what GameLoft is recommending. But so far for me, I mean, and that's another great thing, what you have to consider about this game. This game allows you to stay in the game and play it. And now this is what I mean by that. There are several games out there where they don't tell you anything. They give you a tutorial that, you know, it's decent. It tells you at the basic what you need to know, but not why that is important. Not why doing it this way matters. So you have to go like to Reddit. You have to go maybe watch some YouTube videos. You know, maybe look up. I don't know if people even go to forums anymore, but maybe look up a forum or two, or go into Discord and ask there. And there's nothing wrong with any of those messages, with any of those, except for forums, because forums are like, what, like early 2000s? No one goes to forums anymore. So Discord is kind of what took over for that. But anyway, there's nothing wrong with doing any of those to learn more about a game that you enjoy. So the thing is, this game, you don't have to do that. They give you great tool tips in between missions. They give you videos, they give you guides, and it's all within the game's interface. That's something everyone has access to, so everyone sees that. Everyone doesn't necessarily go to Reddit. Everyone doesn't necessarily go to YouTube. I do know people who like really don't go to YouTube that often. Why? I don't know, but they don't. I mean, I don't judge. You don't want to, you don't want to, or you don't see a need to, you don't see a need to. But with this game, if they wanted to pick it up, all the links are here. They can click on it. It'll take them to where they need to go. What would be great, perfect, I understand why it can happen if it all happened within the game's interface, meaning you click on this guide, it plays within the game interface. It doesn't take you outside of the game. It's fine that it does, absolutely, because you are still being given the same information that everyone is being given. You know, so it's a level playing field like that. They're able to say, look, you pull this unit, here's how you should rune it, or excuse me, gear it. Apologize about that. And that's what makes this game great. It provides you excellent information right here. You don't have to do a crazy amount of research or do a lot of theory crafting. You can, and you can optimize your team that way, but you can still play the game, you can still be competitive, you can still crush things just by using the provided in-game tools. And that's important. That just shows me that GameLoft really is paying attention to what people want, and they're helping everybody out. They're helping to say, you pull this unit. If you gear it this way, and this way, it's going to be effective in what this unit does, and it's going to synergize with its skills. So, I mean, it's good, and there's always room for theory crafting. I am 100% sure the suggestions they give you in-game for both team composition, for gear recommendations, for next pass, I am sure those are just suggestions, and there are going to be people that find optimal builds that will perform better than what you see just here in the game. Because look, you've got you've got things like, you click on gear, it says, hey, here's the gear we recommend for you, right? But it doesn't tell you what subs or what main stat you should be looking for. And that's not a bad thing, because look at it like this. You know you need adept and you need precision for this one monster, right? Champion. What does this champion do? What does this champion bring into you? If this champion, you know you're using adept, so you're going to get faster cooldowns. Is this a support hero? Great. He's a support hero. So on your shoulders, do you really need attack? Is there a guy out there that's like, dude, I got to get my attack to freaking 22k on my support. I'm going to be rocking it. I won't even need a DPS unit just because he's going to do everything. He's going to shield, he's going to heal, he's going to DPS. It doesn't work like that. I mean, it's great to think that you think it's going to work like that, but it doesn't. So in this situation, you know, hey, I got adept. I'm going to get faster cooldowns, and I've got a support unit. I don't want this support unit to die, so HP or defense is probably the way to go. And depending on what game you're playing, sometimes HP matters more than defense, sometimes defense matters more than HP. This just depends on the game. And then you move on and say, okay, now here's this next slot. Do I need crit rate for my support unit? Why? You might. You might. Here's why. Some games, when you crit, it offers you a bonus. So some skill will say, hey, you crit and you now generate a shield that absorbs 89% damage or whatever it may be. But in here, so far, I haven't seen anything like that. So that's what's good. They give you a path and they give you enough room where you can be experimental and let things, you know, and figure out things on your own. So that's good. I mean, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. It is free-to-play friendly. They give you a lot of options every day to actually get gems. And it's a good thing. It's good because there's a lot of people who don't want to invest money into it. And that's okay. That's why free-to-play games exist. So people who might not game can game and not have to really spend any money at all in it. So it's good. Now, another great thing that I like that they do is they seem to be really responsive to the community. There were some issues in the beginning, and they seem to have addressed them quickly. I'd say within 24 hours. You know, they had a response to the community. They had compensation that was given out. So, I mean, that's good. From a developer, some games you never hear from the developer. You know, you get your patch notes, you maybe get a developer's note quarterly, and then they call it a day. You know, they don't interact with you. But Gameloft people are actually on Reddit. You know, they're on Reddit, they're responding to the community, they're reading what we have to say, and it matters. It matters to them because just as passionate as we are about the game, they are extremely passionate as well because they're out there and they're saying, we invested a year, we invested 2 years, we invested 3 years in this, we want you to like it, we want the game to be successful, right? Because if we like it, they're successful. And what company doesn't want to be successful by taking care of their players? And if you look at the videos they have available within the game, if you look at how they're getting the content creators involved, I mean, they're really showing that they want to do what they can to make the game successful and make sure we as players are having fun. And that's just a great sign for a company. We are going to stumble. We are going to fall. I mean, it happens. No one, no thing, no game is absolutely perfect. So what matters is what they learn from it, how we proceed, and where we go from there. And so far, all signs point to Gameloft is really making the right decisions. They're acknowledging when there's mistakes, and they're working on fixing it. So it's a good game, and you don't get that from every game. You don't get it from every game. But this is going super well. We're just farming. Right now, I'm working on just leveling my fodder. That's why that tank is there. He is just there to soak up XP, so that way I can sacrifice him, and hopefully on this stream I'll be able to 5-star my light basilisk. That's the goal. We'll consider it good. Next week again I will stream same time every week, and there should be 2 YouTube videos in between that during the week. So, you know, please stick around. Check out my YouTube videos when you can. There's none right now, but there should be some. I'm probably going to work on that tomorrow to get a video out. So, you know, just hopefully you enjoy it here and you have fun. That's what's important to me, you know, that it's fun. Because that's why you know, I play games. There are people that play it competitively. I hope that they have fun doing it. I'm not a competitive person. If I lose, I lose. It happens. We all lose, right? But you gotta have fun, man. I mean, fun is what it's all about. If you're not having fun playing a game, then hey, I hope you're making a lot of money off of it at least. But then it becomes a job, and who wants? That's why, like, I'm only going to probably stream once a week, just because I don't want it to feel like a job. I want it to keep being fun. This is just good, and it's a good game. It's a new game. We're still learning things about it. Who knows? Maybe I'll find out something awesome. I'll post it to YouTube, and you know, I'll make my little mark within the gaming community. If not, doesn't matter, because I'm having fun, which is what it's all about. Gotta have that fun. Man, I really could use more gear. At some point, I have got to get into Elder Drake and Widow. But I am. I'm just gonna stick to the plan. See how I get distracted right there? I already told you guys. I'm 100% sure I'm gonna 5-star my champions first. Once they're 5-star, then I'm gonna move into farming for gear. But sometimes I get a little anxious. I want to do things early, and they're not always as successful when I do that. But this time I am going to stick to a path because I'm telling my community I'm going to do it. So I should probably do it if that's what I'm telling you guys that I'm going to do. And then I just want to say thank you to Funny Man. He's one of the friends of my son, who is Shaz. So son, thanks for recruiting for your dad. You appreciate it. And Funny Man, thanks for coming out, man. If you enjoyed it, you know, feel free to hit that follow button. If not, that's all right. That's all right, man. I'm just glad to have you. Just glad to have you.
Yeah, he knows who it is.
All right. So we're just doing farming. Things are still going good. Might do some PvP towards the end of the stream, which is going to be in about roughly 30 minutes. We're going to wrap it up. We've been streaming at this point for about 2 hours, 20 minutes. So and it's been fun. I've gotten some levels. We did some summons. Didn't get much. We might do summons next week. I am not sure yet. Depends on how... I'm assuming tomorrow when I'm farming Light Bull that I will get some summon stones in there. If it's a decent amount, then we'll probably do some summons next week. I'll save up all my summons during a week for the Saturday morning streams.
It's not
so that's how I'll do it. That will be the plan, which is gonna be hard for me, man, because like I was telling you guys.
So you
yeah, I know, funny. Yeah, I know Shaz sent you here. I'm appreciative. I thank Shaz. He's awesome. I'll have to hook him up with something, you know, for recruiting for his dad, because he's a great kid. I love my boy. But so what I'll do is I'll save up all my summon discs and shards for my Saturday morning streams, and then we'll summon. But it's hard, and the reason why it's hard for me is that my mindset is that saving summons hurts you, because you could pull a great unit that could immediately improve your gameplay, but you don't because you're waiting to summon it. So now, you know, you're being less. I get why you do it, but it's hard for me. But for you guys, for my community, all week I will save all summons. I might buy a pack Saturday, and we'll do another summoning session, and hopefully we'll get a 5-star or a really useful 4-star. There's not many 4-stars out there I'm looking for. Right now, believe it or not, I'm looking for a 2-star. I still haven't got Water Crystal Priest. Like, it's not rare. It's just I have, apparently for that one unit, I have terrible luck. I've got Nature, I've gotten Fire. I have yet to see Water Crystal Priest. But, oh well. You know, maybe that's the price I pay for getting 2 Nat 5s out of the exclusive summon. Like, in each one, I've gotten something under 1,000 gems. So, I mean, maybe that's the price I'm paying. I'll have a really hard time getting that unit and getting it skilled up. So, I'm willing to pay that price, though. I'm willing to pay that price. Oh, man. That would really be funny if that ends up being my Chasun in this game, because I used to play another game, had a character named Chasun, had a character named Chloe, and I actually never got those when I was regularly playing the game, and I would spend a lot of money trying to pull them. And I actually quit. And I came back for like a week. My like fourth pull, when the first time I came back, I got a Chloe. And I was like, are you kidding? I'm not even playing this regularly anymore, and I got it. And I'm like, all right. So I quit the game again because it wasn't enough. I'd been playing it for like 2.5 years at that point, and it just wasn't enough, right? So I came back like maybe 4 or 5 months later, and I was like, I'll come back. I got the welcome back pack. I got a free summon. Very first summon, Chaesoon. I was like, are you freaking serious? And at the time, this is such a key unit. Both of them at the time were such key units to have. And it took me that long to get them. And it just didn't save me. I eventually maxed out that Chaesoon. I maxed out the Chloe. But it just wasn't enough. Because the rates were just awful. I mean, the rates were just terrible. And that's actually why I quit the game. It's just, and not only that, but it wasn't fun anymore, right? It just wasn't fun. And that's important to me. Because the thing is, I couldn't keep up with the people who had like a ton, and I mean a ton, of Nat 5s or Nat 4s. You know, and I did do good. So it's not fair for me to say that because I did pull very key Nat 5s. Like I ended up pulling a unit called Okeanos. I ended up pulling a unit called Ciara. And I got these all early in my account, right? So, but I never got a healer. I never got someone to tie it all together. I pulled a Chandra. It just, I mean, it was, I don't know. It just, I didn't have that, the one healer, that one unit that would keep them all alive and bring it together. So I remember I ended up making after I got Chloe, I made a Katarina. And I ran a lot of Katarina and Chloe. And then I got Amadeus or Ama something another. And I replaced my Chloe and my Katarina teams with him. And it went good. But in the end, I got tired of it. This one, I know the rates are about the same as Summer's War. But I'm actually enjoying the game more at this stage. Early Summer's War, I did enjoy it. But there was a lot of struggles for me. There were. I'm having struggles here, but I don't feel the same that I felt about Summer's War, you know? I don't feel the same about the grind as I felt. And maybe it's just because I'm more seasoned and I understand these games better. But I'm pretty happy here, and I plan on playing it for a long time to come. Plan on streaming it for as long as you guys can take me talking at you. Got about roughly 20 minutes or so left in the stream. Maybe around the 10-minute mark, when there's about 10 minutes left, I'll buy some Arena, and then we'll finish out the stream with Arena, and I'll do just one exclusive summon, because honestly, today wasn't the day for Val to summon. It just wasn't. I dropped 20 summons, got not much, and then the one skill up I got, I thought, hey, this is good. This is a good skill up for my support unit. Let's hope it goes into his support skill, and it goes into his DPS skill, and nobody cares about DPS on a support unit. So that was that kind of subtracted from that summon session. The one thing I was hoping to get out of it just didn't work. I did get a skill up for my Light Basilisk, so I mean that worked out. I really didn't care where that skill up went. So that was fine. But oh well. Such is life, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm still happy. I'm still having fun, and that's what matters. I need a lot more of these treasure goblins. I am so broke after getting those pieces of gear to legendary, and I don't know. I just can't spend money on in-game gold. I really can't. Here's why: because in-game gold, you think about it, you get passively. You do, because everything you do in a game, it's impossible for you to not get gold to go along with it. I think Arena doesn't give gold. I might be wrong about that. But you do scenarios, you do boss fights, you get gold. You just do. You don't have an option not to get it. So I don't know. Unless you're like just in a rush, I feel like buying in-game goal with money is just not in your in-game money is just not the way to go. That's me personally. Now, if you are a spender or as they more commonly refer to a whale, then it could definitely be worth it because that's going to tremendously speed up your time.
Yep.
You know, if you're whaling, that's just, you know, go for it, man. Go all the way. Go all the way. You'll definitely not regret it because that's your MO. You know, that's what you do. You whale. And that's all right. I'm not one, but more power to you. If I could whale, I would. It's just like there's better things I can invest my money in for sure than trying to be the best like no one ever was. Because to summon them is my real test, and to level them is my calling. So if I'm not God being the best, I'm okay. I'm really okay. I can be mediocre and perfectly happy within a game. Less stress too, man. I can only imagine if you're like one of those arena pushers and someone beats your defense. And your defense, really, you can't control, right? You put up a team you think has good synergy, that's going to keep you up there, and then they lose, and now you have to go in on the offensive side of things and try to make up for that. It's like, oh, man. Oh, man. I mean, that's what happens. That is what happens. For me, it's less stress. My defense team loses, I'm like, all right. I mean, you know, I don't drop many places because I'm not trying to push the envelope when it comes to arena. So I can only imagine for those people who are how frustrating that has to be. That's why you can't ignore arena defense. You really can't. If you're going to push, you know, your offense will get you a hell of a long way. But if your defense is like freaking Grublin Shaman, like Esper Tank, and some random DPS tank unit, I mean, I don't know. You're going to have a bad time. Because while your offense may be carrying you through and you may be destroying people, I mean, they're going to look at your defense. They're just going to face roll you. I mean, that's literally what's going to happen. So you can't ignore your defense. I know it's hard because you're trying to figure out what to invest your resources in, right? Do I invest it in my offense team? Do I invest it in my leveling team? That's why if you're free to play, you need to decide on a core team. And for the time being, that core team is going to be bosses. It's going to be PvP offense and defense. Because the thing is, if you spread yourself too thin, if, for instance, if you summon a good unit and you know, oh man, this unit is amazing on arena defense, but it absolutely sucks for bosses, and you invest in that just for arena defense, then your entire team, your entire progression is going to slow down. However, if you say, like, a lot of the tier guides are out there. They're looking at it overall. They're saying this is the best units for overall. So if you look at that and you say, I'm going to create a core team based on what I have. Because remember, you're free to play. You really can't afford to summon constantly. You need to save those gems for like what we're going to do right now, for refreshes. So it's like, you need to look at it and say, these are the units I have. I don't have to summon. They're rated pretty good on the tier list. I'm going to build them up. I'm going to 5-star them. I'm going to awaken them. I'm going to gear them. And I'm going to take them everywhere. Once you have that core group, that core team that's going to work with you and carry you everywhere it needs to go, then you can branch out and say, okay, now I'm going to go ahead, you know, maybe I'm going to build that pure defense unit. And you can pull one of your other units off, drop in that, and now your defense just got better, but you didn't sacrifice anything within your core team that's still doing the job to carry you everywhere. In my personal opinion, you don't branch out into those specific ability units until you have maxed your core team. Once your core team is maxed and you know they're good, they're set, they've got gear, then you look at building specific units. Then you say, okay, I pulled this unit from a free summon way back when. He's great on arena defense. My main team's maxed. I'm gonna start working on him. I'm gonna level him, and I'm gonna stick him on my arena defense. Now that you got this good unit on your arena defense, then you say, okay, I got this other unit now that I can build. So you just build like that. But always, especially as free to play, always work on your core team. Your core team is who will get the job done for you. Now, the first unit you always work on within a core team in a game like this is your farmer. You want to make sure your farmer has your best gear, and he's the one you're putting your XP monsters into. Now, don't put your skill monsters into your farmer unless you have a Nat 5 farmer. Skill monsters, or excuse me, skill champions, I apologize, are just too rare to put into a 4 or 3 star unit. They just are. I mean, I know it kind of sucks. Like, I have some 4-star units that I definitely would love to skill up. I mean, I really would. But the thing is, it's not worth it. My 5-star units are the priority. For me, I don't know yet which 5-star unit I'm going to put my tutors into, but and more than likely it'll probably be my Fireblade Master. That's my thoughts right now. That's what I'm thinking. But I really need to awaken her first. Then once I awaken her, I'll judge it from there. Because I'm in no hurry to use those. I'm in zero hurry to use them. And who knows? Maybe on this summoning session we're going to do here. Well, let's say summoning session, but single summon we're going to do here. I'll get lucky and I'll pull another, or unlucky, depending on your point of view. And I'll pull another Fire Blade Master, and then I'll feed her into my main one. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know. If I pull a light or dark Blade Master, I might actually start to have spontaneous bouts of joy in my soul. Whatever the hell that means. I have never said spontaneous bouts of joy in my soul in my life. So I have no idea what that meant. But that just goes to show you the level of excitement I would have if I were to pull an L&D Blade Master. I don't even know if they're good. I could be hoping for something and it's total garbage. Because there are games where the L&D version, because typically the L&D version is like amazing. You know, you get an L&D 5-star, Nat 5, you're like, oh my god, I got top of the creme de la creme. And then, you know, someone comes up with a tier list and it's like, oh, this unit is actually pretty garbage. Or just through regular play, you find out, wow, this unit is really garbage. I mean, that happens. Trust me, I have gotten summons in other games where it's been L&D, you know, and I'm thinking it's top tier, and I try to use the thing, and this is after I've leveled it, after I've skilled it, after I've invested in it, and it is just garbaggio. I mean, and it's the worst feeling because you're like, yes, I got double lasers on L&D. This is awesome. Oh, this is gonna be the best unit ever. Oh, joy, 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 joy. And you use it, and you're like, what the actual hell is this? Like, this wasn't worth my time. This wasn't worth anyone's time. So like I said, I could be hoping for something that is just totally not worth it. Just like absolutely not worth it. But we shall see. We shall see. More than likely what's going to happen is I'm going to do this. I'm going to get some random 3-star, and then that's going to be it. And I'll be like, alright, you know, that's what I got. That's what I got. It'll happen. That's okay. It's okay. It's RNG. You can't bargain with RNGesus. RNGesus cannot be reasoned with. RNGesus cannot be talked down. It's just RNGesus is RNGesus. And you get what you get, and you're gonna like it. So that's how it goes. That is how it goes. Maybe if you like, I don't know. It's just, that's always the interesting part of these games. The summons, you know. The summon, because it's something we as players, we know it's a trap. We got like 0.5% chance to pull a Nat 5. So, I mean, the odds are not in our favor. Now, based off of long enough playtime, I mean, you're going to acquire, just because that's how it works, you're going to acquire a few. You know what I mean? Just on a long enough time scale, you will. You will. But how many of us out there are ultra patient like that, right? We all want our 5 stars, our natty 5s, as soon as possible, so we can farm better, we can get better gear, we can be better in PvP. I mean, that's just, you know, what we want. That's how it goes. That's how the world turns for us, right? So we'll see, though. We'll see. We got about 10 minutes before I summon up. And then we'll do, I think we'll do the summon first. We'll refresh. We'll use whatever arena energy has regenerated. I'll refresh, grab a new fresh set of
arena energy, and then we'll use that up, and we'll call it a day. And then, of course, even though I'll stop streaming, I will be farming because I do want to show you guys, hopefully, some progression. Be able to offer some advice, next week, Saturday, when I stream again and say, hey, this is what I've learned, this is what I've did, this is what I've upgraded. Because I want to show that. I want my community to know I'm out there, I'm playing. Hopefully I'll see you out there. I do plan on doing, like I said, 2 YouTube videos within that week. I think the first one's going to cover gear and on what you should be looking for. I'm not going to go through every unit. I'm going to talk about from there's not a lot. I could do support, tank, and then DPS, right? Because that's really the 3 sets of gear and types you would look for. So I can do that very easily. And then for the second video, I have no idea yet. I don't know what I'm going to do for the second video at all. Maybe some arena, possibly. That would work. Do like 4 or 5 arena refreshes and then call it. Hopefully there'll be some I'm just really want to get this Basilisk to 5-star. That's gonna be such a good thing for me. I wanted to do it on the stream, but I just don't kill fast enough. That's the thing. But I'm leveling her. I'll get my Blade Master up. She's gonna be my new farmer. I do have a Water Scan Berserker, Awakened, and 5-star. He was my farmer, but now that I've actually got a Nat 5 DPS, I switched to her being my farmer, and that seems to be the thing. I'm almost positive I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna 5-star her, awaken her, and then I'm gonna pull a better farmer. I don't think there is one, but if there is, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen because that's been how things have gone for me in this game. It's just really weird how that's happened. It's like, come on. I don't mind getting farmers. So, I mean, it's alright. Is this what I get? It's what I get. If that's what RNGesus has deemed I deserve, then there you go. No, don't want you, but I do want the gold from you. You know what? Let's do this. Now that I've got more gold, let's revisit my Blade Master's wrist piece and see if I can get that last point within 76k. Can I do it? Is RNGesus on my side? Come on. First one. Boom! Shakalaka! That is how we roll. And resistance is okay. I mean, she's a farmer. I guess that means, less likely to get sun. Do we push it, though? Do we push it and try to get one of these guys? I say we push it. Let's push the left. Let's push the envelope. Here we go. Alright, fail. Fail. It's not looking good. Fail. Not looking good at all. Okay, we're halfway through. Oh, okay. Can I get 2 points in 30k?
I see him.
Can I? RNGesus said you were stupid. Oh, wow. Okay. Can I get? I've got 1 shot. I can't see what the number is after this. It's possible I have enough for 2. But 1 shot for sure. Does it happen? Oh, it doesn't. I was 27 short. 27 gold short. All right. So let's do this. We'll hit the adventure again. We're going to finish up. We only got 5 minutes left of adventure, so we'll run that here. We'll build up that gold. We'll try to get the that 1 point, and then we'll do the summon, and we'll do the arena, and that'll be stream. Come on, let's go. I would like an option to auto skip the intros for levels. Would be nice. No, also like auto repeat. Combine those two together, and that will really help us farm that much faster. It really will. That's all right. I mean, I'm still having fun. This is still a good time. We are still having a good time. Because we got those good vibrations. We got that sweet sensation. We got that good vibration. Alright, now the time has come for me to get up, crush in a bed up. Oh, no, I won't let up. I got the rhythm of rhyme like old school, I know. But look at my stream. Does it surprise you I would sing a song that old? It shouldn't. I like the old stuff. I like it. It's very nice. More shards for next week. More. Give me more. Give me more. The more I have, the more summons I can do. Come on, let's go. Skip. You know, the skip button is like one of the funniest buttons ever invented in gaming history. Because sometimes skipping allows you to skip things you shouldn't. I remember when my second oldest son was just getting in to gaming. No, my youngest son was just getting into gaming. And he wanted to play Pokemon. So I got him Pokemon, and I let him use my Game Boy Advance at the time, I think. Was it Advance? Might have been. Anyway, he never knew what to do. And he would always constantly come, well, where do I go next? Where do I go next? I'm like, well, did you read? No, I skipped it. I didn't want to read. He's like, well, how are you going to know what to do if you're skipping everything? He would get so mad. He'd be like, but I don't know. It's like, well, read. So, to any of you potential parents out there, if you want your kid to learn to read, get Pokemon. Because then they'll have to read to know what to do next. That's the moral of the story. Pokemon. Thanks to Nintendo, teaching kids to read the world over. But yeah. No, but that's a true story. That's honestly a true story. He actually got better at reading to better understand what the heck to do in Pokemon. That's a true, very, very true story. I love my son to pieces, but that's one of the funnier things I remember when he was growing up. Great kid. He's doing good in school now. So he got over his reading hang-ups. Doing better as a gamer too. Although he plays a lot of Twitch games, like, you know, quick reaction games where reading really isn't a prerequisite. He was playing Final Fantasy, but really you don't have to read for that, but if you want to follow the story, you know, it helps. Or you could just skip it. Alright, I think this is going to be the last run. We're going to try and get that point. I might have enough gold, I might not. If we don't, we're just going to do the summon and then the PvP. We shall see. Oh, I needed 27 gold more. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm a little sleepy. At least I was on time, though. I wasn't late. I was not late. Alright, he is dead. No, I got time for one more. One more. Let's just make sure. Maybe this will be the one that gives us enough to do 2 attempts. I don't think we're going to get it. I really don't. I have terrible luck when it comes to enhancing, leveling, or whatever the game's term is for the rune, gear, gem equivalent. Because some games actually call their enhancement slots gems. So, and that always makes me think of an old school 80s cartoon called Jim. Because it was truly, truly, truly outrageous. For those of you old enough to get that, you're awesome. Yeah, this is definitely the last run. Come on. I need a gem, a gold goblin. Come on, gold goblin. Show up in this last portion here. Drop an obscene amount of gold for me. Do it. Oh, look at that. Bam. Bam. Gold goblin. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes RNG just smiles on you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully that gives me enough for 2 shots at that one point. I don't think I'll get it though. I mean, I know there's a power of positive thinking, but ooh, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll get it on the first skill up on the first one like last time. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. But I don't know. Skip. Alright, okay. No. Main menu. I'm gonna narrate all my clicks from now on. Missions. Oh wait, not missions. Back. Champions. Yeah, I already annoyed myself. Don't worry, it's done. I annoyed myself with that. Here we go. We've got enough for 2 attempts. Oh wait. Yeah, maybe 2. Here we go. No. Oh, how short was I? 50 gold. 50 gold short. Oh, we're not. No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. So we're gonna go here. Here goes the summon. Oops, I am not clicking on the right things today. Here we go. Exclusive summon. Chance to get. We're hoping for an L&D Blade Master. That's the hope. 1,600 gems. Is this a ridiculous thing to do? It is a ridiculous thing to do. For those of you out there, this is not worth it at all. The odds are not in your favor. Especially because I want these units are like 0.006% to get one of these. Think about that. That's ridiculous. But here we go. We're going to do it anyway because I promised and I'm a man of my word. Lasers? No lasers. No lasers. Oh my goodness. I got another one of these. Alright. So we didn't get it. That's okay. We're going to refresh our arena. How many do I have? Let's use them. Okay, I got 2. I'm going to go through these. Let's refresh. Let's get a better list. Let's get a lower list so I can bottom feed. Because as I've explained, I am definitely a bottom feeder. Alright. The list didn't get much better. Did not get much better. We're going to hit this guy. What has he got? Oh, yeah. This water crystal priest is freaking annoying. This could totally go sideways just because of that unit. We'll see what happens. I might put in Grublin Shaman, but I do like the shield from Nature Naga. The DPS, you know, we'll try it. We'll try it. We'll see. If I lose this, I'll put in Grublin Shaman, and we'll see how it goes. Got our shields up. See, look at that Water Crystal Priest. It's just ridiculous when it comes to what it does. It is such a good... Look at that. It's keeping all these guys up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Looks like we might pull out a W again. All right. It looks like we got this. Unless something catastrophic happens. All right. There we go. Let's move on to the next one. And this time, like I said, we'll throw in Shaman instead. We'll see how he does as opposed to my Naga. I'm just such a huge fan of shields. I really am. And in all games that have a unit that can shield, typically I use it because shields are typically really, really good in those games. Okay, we'll take on this guy. What has he got? Okay. Okay, we'll take him out. Put on Rotter Grub. Or, excuse me, Nature Grub. See how it goes. Maybe I'll actually kill faster. We'll be doing more deeps. We'll see how it goes. And this is another reason too why I'm working on Light Basilisk as my next 5-star, because look, he's been everywhere. He's come everywhere with me.
Okay, so far that went a lot better. I like did a lot of damage because I had his buff, but wow, I am debuffed to hell and back again. This team had a lot of debuffs. Holy crap. Here, what would have been good is Fire Time Mage. Time Mage has a cleanse on skill 1, I believe. And remember, when you're looking at the champions and their skills, that first skill there is actually their default attack. The second one is actually skill 1. So, or yeah, skill 1. So I believe the Fire Mage has their cleanse on skill 1. If I remember. So I liked the Shaman. That worked out very well. Let's keep him in. Let's keep him in. Alright. Let's see. Who's our next? Oh, wait. No, I'm out. I need to go refresh. So here's the final refresh. We're going to burn through all 10 of these. And then we're going to call it a stream. And it's been an awesome stream. I really appreciate everyone who stayed. I could use it. If you have friends, please let them know if they're into gaming. I plan to do these every Saturday from 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. All right, let's go back here. Who we got? Yada, 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 yada. Let's take this guy. What do we got? Ah, the bane of my existence. We're going to do it, though. We're going to do it. I've committed to it. I've clicked on him. It's done. Might not work out for me, but at least you can say I wasn't a chicken. Here we go. Time Mage might be a problem, too. He packs a wallop. Oh, wow. I just destroyed that. That was not... I mean... Wow, that was over in a blink. I was expecting a lot more from this team. I really was. Wow. Wow. Well, of course, Crystal... Okay, so Crystal Priest finally decided to show up, but he decided too late. Too late, Crystal Priest. Too late. Too little, too late. Do we think I can take one of the 10K teams? I do not know if I can, to be completely honest with you. Really don't. I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's go with this guy. Alright, we've got... I have not fought one of these. I haven't, but my main DPS is fire, so I'm not really worried. This guy. But they're all wood, and my main deeps is a fire, so it's possible. Let's try it. What the hell, right? What the Sam heck? Let's give it a go. Let's not be chicken poop. Because I'm not chicken poop. I can be chicken poop. Sometimes my playstyle is chicken poop. But not this time. We're going to go for it. We're gonna hope my fire deeps can burn through there. Oh yeah, she can. She said, no problem, Val. No problem. And then she told me, you are worried for nothing. We burn them down. But it's only going to get harder as I climb up. It's only going to get harder. Okay, this time, not going as good as it did the first time, but I don't think we're in trouble. I mean, we've got 48 seconds. Oh, man, now we're starting to get to where it might be concerned. There may be. No, we pulled it out. But these two can't do it. I'm not worried. They're two supports. If they were higher level, they might have been able to just outlive me. Because remember, in PvP, you do have a minute to kill the other team. So it's possible if they were higher level, I would have just, lost due to running out of time. But that didn't happen here. They weren't able to sustain, so which is good for me. Which means I pull in the W. Alright. Let's go for this guy. How to play. Let's see. He definitely knows how to play. These are some good units. Although I hear this one sucks. I haven't looked at it. Let's see. Remove all buffs from a single nearby ally. Debuffs, I'm sorry. Based on max HP. Jump to a location. Okay. Hey, shield. I like shields and an immunity. Not great by any stretch of the imagination at all. I can see why he has the rep he has. I can see it. I can see it.
if I pulled it, looking at it, I am pretty sure I would feed it to my Archangel. I'm pretty sure I would. But then, you know, here's the risky thing. And this brings up a good point. In new games, it can be risky to feed bad units. Here is why. It's a new game, and the developers could say, hey, oh, wow, this is going to be a loss. This is going to definitely be a loss. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe. It's going to be close. Well, anyway, so developers may say, wow, this unit is performing well under what we feel it should be performing. And they go and, like, a patch, you know, they update it. So be careful if you get a unit, you know, especially a 5-star, and you read a tier list or you heard in chat someone say, this unit really isn't worth it. Because it's just too new to start throwing stuff away and feeding things into it for skill ups. And when it comes to Nat 5, I mean, if you've got a Nat 3, I mean, don't hold on to it. The odds are you're going to do so much summoning, you're going to get another one of those, or many of those over your career. So you don't have to hold on to Nat 3s. And Nat 4s you do want to hold on to as well. Again, it's new. It could be performing under what they thought, and then they do a patch and include a buff for that particular unit. So hold on to them. Hold on to them. Let's see who's next. That was the closest match we've had so far today. By far. Let's take a look at this 10K guy. What has he got? He's got a water tank. Tank. What's this guy? Alright, we'll give it a go. I gotta stop being so chicken, right? At some point, I gotta man up. So this is gonna be me trying to man up here. Here we go. We're kind of even. Oh, they're kind of pulling. Oh, no, they lost their deeps. So it's going to get easier. I'm going to start taking less damage. You know, it's like a domino effect when you lose your deeps. Because you're going to lose the power to damage them. And they're going to have one less person they have to worry about focusing on. So losing your deeps hurts. Losing your tank, well, losing anyone really hurts, right? So, oh man, yeah, this is over for him. It's over. So that didn't go too bad. That didn't go too bad at all.
The battle goes on.
Help me.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go.
It only
Here we
Butter's
go.
in the salt mine right now. He's salty.
Arena.
Oh.
All right. Let's see. Let's see what he looks like. Let's see what he looks like. Ah, there's see. I'm big on buffs, and his deeps is water, who's gonna just annihilate her. So, and this is gonna strip all my buffs, so he's gonna be useless. He's not gonna be useless. He'll still be able to take damage, but his utility goes away. So we'll refresh. We'll use our free refresh. Oh man, I'm sorry. I mean, come on. You see, how do you not hit that, right? Because you know you can win it. You hope you can win it. So I gotta hit it. I mean, it's just what I'm gonna do. Skip. You know, I've used. Oh, come on. We didn't have any crashes for over an hour, and then we get a crash. That's heartbreaking. I guess that's the game telling me after 3 hours, this is time to call it. I want to thank all you for tuning in. You totally stay rad dudes. It's a pleasure to have all you rad dudes here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. And remember, just remember, it's really important. Later.